for now.
Ciao, guys.
Hey guys, welcome back in. What a afternoon we are shaping up for here. We started the Powell event, basically break even. We end the Powell event, basically break even. In between, however, there was a lot of excitement that happened. Here's how the futures are looking right now. 0.3 to the downside for the S&P 500, 0.77 now for the Dow. It is the Dow that's leading. Back to the downside we go. Just 0.1 here for the NASDAQ. Tech has been a little bit relatively strong throughout the entire session, but back in the red once again, including here in Toronto, 0.2 for the TSX. Crude oil still hanging on to a decent gain. We're back to basically flat on the day for Bitcoin. And Ethereum, after it was a pretty good start to the overall session. I mean, this board looks typical now. We did get quite green during that event, obviously, for the S&P, now 0.15 to the downside. Typical for an earnings day. There's a lot of individual big movers helping to offset an otherwise weak market overall. That one included RCL, 6%. They reported better than expected forecast. Primarily, it was all about the forecast. The number is not that great. 2% for NCLH. CCL here somewhere as well, just getting run over a little bit right now with the rest of these still moving along. MGM, some of the casinos benefiting from that. Down here, CTLT and INCY, they both reported now opposite directions. If you remember this morning, they were both in the same direction, but INCY comes to the downside. Take-Two reported, ATVI reported, Paramount, some of the other streamers under pressure, but they did not report. SWKS, that's an earnings mover to the upside, a rare one today, along with Fiserv, 6% after a beat. We saw that move in oil. There's the energy group, the entire thing positive at this point this afternoon. Some of the specifically insurance names holding up the banking group, but overall the financial sector is positive. So a very mixed board to head into the final 2 hours of the day. What a day it's been. Started off pretty quiet as we awaited Fed Chair Powell. He comes out, really didn't say anything we hadn't heard before, reiterated all the points that we heard from him going back to last Wednesday and the announcement itself. And then when all is said and done, we come right back down. It seemed like the market was maybe trying to front run something that was going to come from him a little bit. When it did not come, we go right back down. So he spent most of the time, it was kind of interesting, I was listening to it, he spent most of the time talking about how they go about coming to the decisions that they come to, the process, what the FOMC is as a whole, how it's made up, how they make decisions. So that was kind of interesting to learn about. But overall, nothing new as far as Fed Chair Powell is concerned. Microsoft, however, very interesting as far as this Bing integration with ChatGPT. We'll get into this a little bit more as the afternoon goes on. Microsoft back to the downside here a little bit with the overall market, but it sounds really cool. They can take this Bing feature will take a 15-page financial report, like an earnings report, and summarize it for you instantly. So that's going to be quite handy if you are looking through reports. But anyways, we'll talk about this, as I mentioned, coming up. Let's get into a few things we were discussing this morning. Tons of opportunity, as always, available to you. If you joined us in the pre-market, make sure you're here every single day at 8:30. We get you set and ready for the open at 9:30. Sean is here, kind of. He's getting set and ready. He's going to talk to us about one of his trades from this morning.
Fahad was just doing push-ups here, and he was pushing down the ground. That was a good joke there from Chuck Norris. We're going to make this real quick, real fast right now. It's Bed Bath & Beyond. This has nothing to do with the Fed, Powell, nothing like that. No comments, nothing. But we came in yesterday, and it was a monster move to the upside. And obviously, we touched $7 yesterday. And then today, it's all downside. Everything purple in here are all shorts. Now, the reason why I sort of blew this up, and we're only going to talk about it real quick, it's they had that billion offering, right? That's not a great sign as they look to, get that filled up to sort of avoid bankruptcy. But as it's been pointed out in the chat, sometimes you got to declare bankruptcy to restructure and whatnot. So let's see what happens with Bed Bath & Beyond. Let's not put that nail in the coffin yet. But we came in pretty early, about 8:15 there. Took our first, that's not when we came in, but took our first trade right there at $4. Brought it back down, ding, 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 all the way to the downside. 320 right there early as an out. Then we talked about it. It dropped all the way down. We actually got sub $3 down here, like 280, 290 to get it out. Then we talked about, hey, once the market opens up here at 9:30, we did expect there to be an upside move. Why? just people trying to get it going. Again, the option market's open, people trying to buy to get the squeeze going on through there from call buying, nice upside move. But this is the thing, we wanted to short it against this 380 level right there, but unfortunately, it takes it out and we actually just get wicked out, like right around 360, 370. Sorry, the 380 level's up there. We get out at 360, but then it comes back in. And what winds up happening is that's actually 380 right there, not 360. We get out, then we re-shorted the stock. And so the thing was is that once we saw that there was some top wicks with no volume and then no halts to the downside, we actually got right back in, and now we're starting to cash it out. We still have this position on. The important thing about this trade that I want to show you, and we'll wrap this up and get back because I know the market's moving around, and that was that, you know, here's 350, here's 360, there's 380. So I think we took about a 17-cent hit, I think, live on the show as we got out. Then when we went back into the short, you can see some of these fills here, $3, $3, $3.10, so on and so forth. So we're short at 77, taking more than we lost, obviously, on that first trade or that second trade right there, back in on the third one to make a little bit of money. So we're going to see what happens now at $3. It's really barcoded here. It's Bed Bath & Beyond. It was a great trade. I only wanted to go short, and I think that's the key thing. Don't flip back and forth. I'm going to go talk about Powell and the fact that the move went up and then came all the way back down. When you're trading these names that have news related to offerings or smaller cap names, you kind of ignore what the market's doing. As you can see, nothing's happening. So that's Bed Bath & Beyond, not BlackBerry, not Best Buy. This is your trade of the day.
As well, the billion offering coming through, not good, obviously. For BBBY, if you haven't done so already, make sure you take a second, hit that QR code, enter your email address. You get everything you need for free. Look at the email address he used, the greatest of all time at gmail.com. That's Fahad's email when he signed up on that video, the greatest of all time at gmail.com. That's Fahad. That's Fahad. I wanted to show you a couple things here. This is Microsoft, all Microsoft. Everything in red is this event that's happening right now. A couple of the highlights, anyways. This is going to be available to millions over the coming week. There's a web version that's coming. There's a whole bunch, if you go on Twitter, there's a whole bunch of really grainy pictures of, or screen caps, if you will, of what they are building as far as incorporating ChatGPT into Bing and how it's going to work. Really, really cool features coming through. I mean, this is the response, really, guys, that we were talking about yesterday when Google came out and talked about Bard. Here's Microsoft now kind of throwing it back in their face, saying, oh, yeah, here's Bing is going to be completely ChatGPT'd here coming up. It's available today, apparently, on limited release, I guess is the best word. What do we think here, though, guys? Microsoft back to the downside with the overall market, though.
Yeah, I know. We see the market, though? Yeah, I was going to say, let's hurry up, because with the market, like Neil just said, just ripped up. So we just had a monster move up to the upside. We're long $1 in the money on Apple, $1 in the money on AMD, $1 in the money short on Alibaba. Look at that Baba short right there. But we just picked up Microsoft, but fortunately we got stopped out of Microsoft, which is crazy where it is right now. But here's Apple right back up to 153 and change. Took some out 80s, took some out 53s. Now we're going to see what happens here. We just touched 20. Look at this fade right back in. You have to be really specific with the trades that you want right now. Microsoft, we knew Microsoft's going to be a monster. If they're going to react like this to ChatGPT, look, we went long there. Can you believe this? 262. We made a little bit of money, but then it broke 262 and we got out. Now it's at 264.50. Taking names right now is Microsoft back up to the upside, but what a crazy move that was. I don't think this AI stuff really deserves all the runway that it's getting right now, but it's getting it, so we'll just continue to trade it, man. I don't know, let's see, maybe Apple, who obviously has AI as well, maybe they can announce some AI news right here, because we are hella long right now, and I'm going to get a piece out at 22, 23 if we can. How about 24? Let's go spin that again as the market is long again. But Neil, this was a wild ride, man. I mean, I was short AMD, out AMD, and we'll talk about all this as we go, but honestly,
when do we get to the chips?
It is an absolute crazy day here in the markets. I haven't seen the liquidity, like you were saying, oh my God, Nvidia's at 222. And then we blinked and it was like at 214 or something. So an absolutely insane day. Thank you for coming back to us.
It's going to be wild. Nvidia was It was an interesting bathroom break that I had before 1 o'clock. I'll get to that in a second. But NVIDIA just broke through VWAP. I got into the long in the second. I got out of Intel short because Intel short. And then it bounced off to 215.15. Just got back up to 217. I've already scalped some out here. I'm going to hang on to it, a buck in the money. But guess what else caught a bit of a bid? A rising tide lifts all ships, and Bed Bath and entered twice. Bed Bath & Beyond, it double bottomed at 3. I was like, hey, it's not doing anything. Let's risk a couple of pennies and see if it bounces. Well, it's starting to bounce a little bit. Once we get, I should take something out in front of 10. But the market, bottom to top, if we actually get back to the top, I jokingly threw a poll midday, do we hold on to the Powell gains? Yeah, we actually have a chance to get back to the Powell gains top. I'm skeptical. I'm getting out of NVIDIA 218. I do believe this. I'm not sure this gets to the high of the day. I'm a little bit skeptical on that. As a matter of fact, some names I'm looking to go short. One of them, I'm going to line it up, is going to be a firm. It's just a matter of where I grab a firm. I was sitting in that short when that move happened, but take some profit out.
Line it up.
If we sniff the high of the day on a firm, I like that 1750. Skeptical we get there, though.
Just looking at this news feed that continues to come through here. The latest, guys, Microsoft's VP saying ads will be in Bing results right from the start with ChatGPT and OpenAI. So this is their attempt, it would appear, to get people back, maybe not back to using Edge as a browser, but maybe introducing them to Edge as a browser for the very first time. Obviously, both Bing and the browser itself will have ChatGPT integrated. So I'm going to keep on monitoring that. I mean, briefly, guys, we should touch on the market here, I guess, overall. You guys talked about it a little bit there, but as I mentioned, if you were watching the midday show, if anybody missed the midday show, nothing new came from Powell. He just reiterated everything that we heard from him last Wednesday when they made their decision and the press conference that followed. So he talked about higher rates. He talked about the services sector. He talked about the employment still being, the employment market still being way stronger than it should be, or way stronger than they want to see it after the non-farm payrolls. So higher rates, more increases for longer, the same old from Powell.
You just don't see this happen very often. We'll get out of the way to show you guys the futures. Bottom to top. What's
Look at my shirt's like loose, right? So it's like now it's like
yeah, it's just like it's fading down your microphone there. I find mine does that from time to time too. A bit of a pain in the butt. I don't feel like we've changed the bull to a bear or the bear to a bull at any point. We just left it on the bear. However, you went from bearish to bullish to bearish to, I guess, we're bullish again. And this is how much further. Like, look at the rally. We just went 160 points in NASDAQ and are still only halfway back up to the high. So this move, it's got room to go. I was just pointing out in the chat, someone said to me, yeah, watch out, affirm earnings. You're right about that. C3 AI might be a better fade. If I see anything near VWAP, I'll flip that. That was a $2 move, and that wasn't even from the high of the day. So C3 AI gets to that 25 level. 25 quarter will go for the shorts, maybe in that one a little bit better. We going to Pinterest? I mean,
if you want to, we have so much to talk about.
I don't know.
Did you trade Pinterest?
A lot.
Well, then maybe you want to talk about it.
No, just quickly on pins, because I did get stopped out. I'm looking for entries. Random weak names today. This is where I'm looking for fades as the market goes up. Shorted Pinterest at the open, shorted Pinterest in the afternoon, then Powell happened. I shorted when he reversed the move. I was in it now, thinking it would go to VWAP, kind of stopped out close to break even. Now I'm going to look for a reentry, whether it's VWAP, 27s, or just this channel breaking to the downside here. Short relative weakness. That's going to be my plan of action. C3 AI is in that category. Pins is in that category. Affirmer is in that category. That's about. I mean, those three names are the ones I like to the south side, just because of how weak they are. Everything else is just running the risk of going back to the top.
Yeah, so like we're $1.50 in the money now on Apple. We're $1.20 in the money. Look at this AMD. Like, so I mean, we could talk about everything here, but like there's a move up on AMD. We lost until eventually went all the way to the upside, and then boom, we let it drop. Now we catch the long, and now we're back into the money on that one. The only trade that let's talk about short. We absolutely destroyed Amazon short. We'll talk about that in a minute as well. But right now, Alibaba was the only one that I actually had patience for. So the reason why Alibaba, I knew that it was red against the market today. and we wanted to short in Alibaba. Remember we talked about it with Baidu and everything, but it was sort of hovering around, and you could see today, this is Alibaba, right? So once the market went all the way up, and I could sort of sense that it was turning around, the only one I missed, Microsoft, turning around by, honestly, like, milliseconds. I missed it, and I was offering, and I just should have punched in. So I just went right over to Alibaba, and I actually just punched it in because I was like, you know what, forget about this. Let's go with something weak. So there's Alibaba 54s. First out 30, next out flat, next out 70 on the other side. Then it dropped all the way down. We were $2 in the money. We only have 20% left, so not a huge trade. We've given it all the way back right now, but Alibaba was the only name that we had short. I might get out of some softy. Are we turning around here a little bit? I don't know. The dollar's still heading downside a little bit now. I feel like there is more potential to get back up. That Microsoft right now at 50, or sorry, Apple at 50. Let's just take that out. Let's take a piece out right now. 53s. All right. Thank you. Right there, we'll also hit bang to get rid of that. And then, honestly, I know we just talked about, are we still on Microsoft? Well, we're on pins now. But this is me on Microsoft. It's absolutely insane. You know, we had that bottom there, and I honestly should have just calmed down. Like, I don't know what I was doing down here because, like, this one down, I don't know, why did I get out? Like, my last bid is right where my last out is. So I'm not certain what was happening down there. It could have been a keystroke or something, but Microsoft, great move right back to the upside. I know you guys want levels, but right now it's not a thing.
Trailing stops when you're in the money is a thing.
Yeah, no, I think people were looking for, like, levels to short.
Tops?
I don't.
High of the day?
Yeah. Not even the high, because the thing is, the high of the day is.
No,
like,
I was joking.
Oh no,
when I
I
said
know,
that.
that's a good level, honestly. Like,
No,
because-
it's not bad. It's not
Yeah,
bad.
because if you think that the market's going back upside, then yeah, you would want to wait for that, right? But there's just so much excitement right now in this market that, like, look, even as, like, I just got some out at 53 there. This Apple trade was a monster, and you know, now we don't have enough on because we kept getting it out. So I think that that's the one thing that you got to make sure that you do. Try to hold something for that dream. We still have half of our AMD, which is pretty good, and that's getting a little top heavy right now as well. So yeah, maybe this market's our turnaround. Let's get out of our AMD actually right now at 27 if we can. There it is. We'll finish that trade off. We'll hit this iron so you don't have to hear the money. But that's an 82.80 right there, all the way back to 84.30. So we just took $1.40 on this trade right there. Boom. Now let's just get out. I feel like that's a little spot right there, 84.50. We still have softy run, or sorry, keep saying softy. We still have Apple running just in case, but for right now, yeah, it's a great market to say, needless to say. We'll go back to Brendan and we'll talk about more of our trades, probably off topic again, but let's go back over to Ernie right now with Baidu.
Just be aware, guys, if you're watching, Microsoft CEO supposed to be coming up here on CNBC any moment, so just there might be more movement to come as far as Microsoft is concerned. Just one more thing on Pinterest. BlackRock with an SEC filing, or Pinterest with an SEC filing. BLK, 5.4% stake in Pinterest. There was no reaction to that whatsoever. Still grinding downside. So BlackRock, 5% of Pinterest as well, amongst others. Here's a note on Baidu. I mean, more yada, 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 ChatGPT. I mean, if there's anything to say on Baidu today, held up pretty well through that entire market move. I just noticed still holding that gap nicely.
Yeah, I mean, I wish I was Sharif on that one. One quick thing. I rang the register on NVIDIA. There's got to be levels somewhere. And just come to the chart for a second. This is where I was long on the dip to 217. It stalled out at 218. I just got out on that curl. Oh, you got sushi? I'll take one. Just give me a second there because I want to talk some Baidu. Sharif. Fahad just came by with some sushi, and I don't mind having
there's
some.
only that many left.
I'll always eat. It's like if you're sharing it.
No, I'll leave for you.
Baidu, I took one trade in Baidu, and it sucked. I mean, it did. I longed it up VWAP, and then tight stopped out, and I should have waited. Now, obviously, you don't know what's going to happen after the fact. But I get out, it makes a fresh low and has held that low, 156.5 the entire time. So probably just too early. When it started going up and reversing, I decided, I want the long on VWAP instead of allowing it to make a support level. It made a support level, and that was the better trade. I don't think there was too much else to trade there. By the way, Bed Bath & Beyond, I'm half chuckling because it's like one of the weakest stocks in the market, if not it's the weakest stock in the market today.
Wow.
But bouncing off, is there something worse than
No, I was going to say, it's not
It
even
has
really
to
that.
be.
It's just, yeah, it's
got to be.
Biggest move down, I would think.
Yeah.
But it hasn't actually been, I know you're going to talk about a barcoding maybe. I know you went long. But I just feel like it's not even that it's weak. It's just
Weak?
It's just chilling.
It is chilling at the bottom.
It's just hanging out.
If it gets to 325,
It's eating some sushi down there.
I'll be impressed. What happened to that sushi? Where'd it go?
I only saw 4 left. Like I thought he had the whole rack, but so I'm gonna.
No, he's not eating
He's
anymore.
done. He's done. He's done.
What do you got?
I love those rolls. That's not like. All right, bring one over here then if you're gonna give them away like that.
Sorry, guys. I mean,
I don't care.
we're live. I get hungry, man.
Right there. All right, let's go back to Brendan.
Popping back up on volume, the other big mover from the midday, if you missed it, Zoom made a huge move up to 85 on that job cut note. So some volume coming back in here around 83, trying to maybe get back to highs with the overall market. We'll have a look at Zoom. But anyways, let's talk some AI names because, hey, why not? AI itself, C3 AI, relatively weak in the pre-market, ends up being quite the fade, down 12, 13% when all is said and done at this point this afternoon, guys, when other stocks are now taking the spotlight, I guess, in the AI realm.
This was a
AI, never heard of it.
but it's a dog today. Down 13%. You could make, I mean, percentage-wise, BBY is weaker, but this has been just stair-stepping to the downside. And the second it broke 25, like, okay, now we're going for the shorts. I did get stopped out this one time in here off 25s, but then it was so weak, I just rolled back into it, got all the way down to 24, thought $1 was okay, but then Powell happened, and it jammed all the way back up to that re-entry point, which is, you get really lucky sometimes. Like, that Powell news hits, or he hits the podium, and all of a sudden you get a price that you didn't think would come back to. Probably too aggressive getting it out in the first 70 cents on this, and then it held for about $2. I now want to roll into lower highs off here. 24 quarter into 24.50. If it breaks that range, maybe we go a little bit higher. But this has been a dog. Well, yeah, of course. Now it's starting to really flush. Yeah, of course you really flush now. I might have to. I don't want to chase it too far. Maybe I'll go down to like 24 even. But I want to short the pops on C3 AI. Very similar to like a firm the last couple of days where it gets weak in the afternoon, and I want to short every single pop or consolidation level that I can. That was C3
All right,
AI.
yeah, C3 AI. Yeah, you know what? I don't know. It's a good stock, obviously, to trade through. But I think all the AI names are going to remain with Google and remain with Microsoft and all that. This is more of a sort of a hope and pray that you're going to be right on you know, more traders coming in and hitting these guys. They don't make money. I'm not even sure, you know, other than the fact that they are AI here, C3 AI, I don't know where they are in this realm. Like, I don't know if they've made any deals with anybody or anything like that. So with a lack of understanding of their business, and it's just because I haven't looked at it, I don't really care that much about it. I'm already in all the big cap tech. I think that's just a much safer place to be in, considering the environment that we're in right now. So I'm going to just stay away from AI.
I'm going to give you a guess.
Yeah, just look at Google.
What do you think their price to sales is?
Price to sales? Like
They're
50?
They're 10 times sales. They're
Okay.
2.6 billion market cap, and
Yeah,
I mean,
I thought it was. I mean, 10 is not even.
I mean, 10 times
It's
sales.
bad.
It's
I
bad,
think
but
it was
it's
way
like
worse.
there's better values out there. And C3 AI is one of the most beaten up names from the IPOs of 2 years ago. But you know, I just feel like it's a momentum move to the downside. I
feel like it's a meme stock for this time.
Right now, right? Yeah,
right
it's
now.
a meme.
Just this
it's a
time,
meme
right now, probably means stuff. But hey, look, smarter people than I probably in there buying it. So hey, you know,
Kathy Wood?
good on you for all that. Yeah, like, hey, you want to pick up some value. Now's a very good time.
Maybe not her.
To do that. Well, maybe 2 weeks ago was a good time to do that.
Yes.
But all right. Back to Brendan. Well, we talked about BBBY, but let's go back to Brendan and get the exact details because I'll probably screw them up anyways. What's up, Brendan?
Satya Nadella on CNBC right now, so I'm going to go and listen to that. You guys can discuss Bed Bath & Beyond a little bit more, but no significant comments yet from Microsoft's CEO, but a little bit of volume coming back into the upside now, guys, so heads up on Softy.
Yeah, I loved some Softy down there. Damn it. Can't believe we got, I don't know. I feel like I was just, either I was like the birthday boy Luca back there and just zoned out, or what.
Luca.
But like this bottom there on Microsoft, I thought we had it, and then we look over, we're out of it. You know, should have just punched right back in. We were picking other bottoms there as well, and we just missed it. So we'll wait to see. It's funny because when Microsoft was down at 220, I was like, this is a completely different beast than when it was run by others, right? Nadella knows what he's doing. He's got this chat thing. They're going to talk about it. I thought they retired the Edge search. What am I looking for? Browser. I thought they retired that browser, but I guess they're bringing it back right now. Brendan reported that they're going to try to put some of the chat stuff into Edge, so that should be pretty interesting.
That'd be great.
But guess what? Google's going to have it in Chrome by next week probably. So bye-bye Edge, bye-bye all that. So, if you're long Microsoft right now because of AI, you should get out, because I'm telling you right now, it's a big deal. And I'm long Microsoft. It is, them and Google are like one of my number 1 and 2, 3, 4 holdings for sure. But I just feel that you want to be in Microsoft for other reasons. Azure's huge as well. That ATVI deal is going to close, it looks like. They're saying all the right things there. And you're above the 50 period, you're above the 200 period. So I like all that for them. And I'm just going to say, if you're into Microsoft, I think you want to hold it. Office is still pumping out. Windows is still going well. If you do get that rebirth of the PC, then you do have some more potential right there. Wow, here we go. We did get a piece out of Apple, and now we're still holding a little bit. And we also got a piece out of AMD, which isn't going, but it's Apple that's going right now.
Yeah, and Alphabet, just speaking of, you just talked about about Microsoft, but Alphabet is super strong. I probably could have come back to this name. Unfortunately, I went over to NVIDIA when all hell was breaking loose. You pick your poison, you go with that stock, but this is very close to day's high, that 106.70. It's not to say that day's high is, every day, every single stock at the day's high is going to be a big deal, but the manner in which we moved into the high in terms of liquidity, those are going to matter, just because that's where price acceptance happened. So every single bottom, every single top is at least de facto important for the next 90 minutes. So I'll just get that one out of the way. I do favor buying dips in Alphabet more than anything else. If I had taken the trade here instead of NVIDIA, it would be 105. When we're this volatile, just remember, it feels like we're $1 away. It's like, oh, if I want to buy the dip, just buy it 50 cents in this consolidation. Just sometimes it's going to come all the way to your price. Like if you were going to short this off the high, wait for the high. That's the kind of volatility we're in right now. If you're going to go long off VWAP, wait for VWAP, wait for 105, because I think you have a decent chance of getting your price. I let Bed Bath & Beyond get to 3 before I got to it. And this is what I'm doing with C3 AI as it comes back. I know I want to be short here, but I'm not chasing it. I could easily... Okay, now I'm kind of talking myself into this. It is consolidating down here, so if it rolls over, I can maybe take the bottom break, but I'm going to let it try to get back to the upside. I know I want the shorts in this name, but let's be patient, allow it to come to me, and give me the entry price I want. That way, if you take an L, it's on your own terms and not a bigger, wider loss than you expected because you got in too early. That's a mistake. Today, this afternoon, getting in too early is going to be a bit of a death sentence.
Yeah, I agree. We may be in a bit too early here on PayPal, but it's a new position right here for the short. PayPal's still red on the day. So you're going to be red on the day like now, and I'm thinking that we may have gone to the upside a little bit too much. Well, right now we're 10 cents in the money. So I thought I had a bid for 10 cents. Oh, I put it down to 02. All right, let's go back. We have got to go back over here and put out a bid here at 05 or 4. Sorry, and cancel. There we go. Cancel my 02. I don't want to get double filled. All right, there it is right there. So we spin it again. We'll just go alert because it's a new trade here for me. So now PayPal is back in sort of the pocket here. Let's see. We have double the shorts coming through here on PayPal. Oh, that's I just screwed that trade up, actually. I meant to get out, and I put a bid there, or an offer there at 05. So we actually, again, keystroke that one. Let's see if it gets back down. But right now we are short PayPal. I like this trade. What I was waiting for was this high break. So, if it comes back, that sucks, man. I shorted more at 05 instead of getting out. Thank God it was only 20%. So that's fine. We just have different average price now. 82.35 right there. Whatever this high is, that's actually 33. I actually put it at 30. I think I put it at 33. I got to make it a little bit higher than that. So we're going to play it off of that high right there. So we just had a monster move back up in the market, obviously. We're kind of barcoding right now in the NASDAQ. Let's just see what it wants to do right here. What did I just get filled on, by the way? Oh, PayPal came right back in. So that's good right there. So now we'll wait to see where it wants to go. But I just feel like the market's trying to level off, and we have a high side there. We can run back for sure. All these lines are lined up right now, all my MAs. So the 50, the 100, the 200, sorry, and VWAP. So we'll wait to see. 81.80 is kind of a target right now as we hold on to Apple. Okay, there we come down now. Back in the money. Let's put another dime here at 02, and then we'll take the rest and wait to see for an 81.90 fill coming hopefully on PayPal.
Yeah, PayPal, another name that we're waiting for earnings on. There's not a heck of a lot in terms of the bigger names out there that we're waiting for, NVIDIA, of course, being one of them. Affirm being one of them. And see, here's the thing. Like, I know they're reporting, but at the same time, it's just, I was in this short pretty much all day long, and then big pump happened. I accidentally went long, and it's like, oh yeah, I didn't want that. Let's get out of it. 2 minutes later, that would have been a pretty good win. Now I'm going to be short as it fails VWAP. I know where I can give it this range, so it's kind of a tight area here, 1680 at that top. I like the short in this one, and I'm going to reload. I'll probably take one more shot at the bottom on Bed Bath & Beyond here. It went 3. It got to about 318. My best out was 15. If it gets back down to like 2s and 3s, I'll go one more time into the long just to see if it can hold. It's been bouncing off this price all day. However, with its weakness, it could easily break. My stop is not at 98. My stop is at 3 even. If 3 even breaks, I'm out of Bed Bath & Beyond. I'm not trying to reinvent the wheel here. This is just one of those, it's in front of a nice round number, and there's a few shares on the bid. I'm going long in front of it and then see what can happen. I see I got a couple people talking about Snapchat. I was in this one for the potential breakout this morning when it was above 12. It stopped out looking for the bigger move. And it's really just been a scalp trade all day long. Beneath VWAP, trending, but it's an inside day on this. If anything, I hope you were saying short. I think you were saying short. Beneath VWAP, short the pop on a relatively weak name. That would make some sense to me. This only gets interesting if it takes out the high. Pinterest, I like a heck of a lot better today. Of course, pins reported. This is another name. This is the third name that I want to get into the shorts. I talked to Firm, C3AI. Pinterest is the one I'm looking to get back into on any pop, and I just realized I wasn't even offering in the 2630 range.
So it's probably a good call there. What's up to Humble Ninja there, that you said that it was a little bit of a frustrating day here to trade and just a headache of a day. And I would agree. I mean, we're not going to be at the highest spot we've been at because, again, we had a couple losses there, like that loss on AMD, which we just made. I mean, we didn't make it all back, but we had a very nice trade on the back. And we did, we shorted up into here. We lost there. We lost too much. We actually lost more there than we did there, made there. So that's not great there. But we do have PayPal. We just got an O's. I mean, PayPal just went to the downside pretty good there. My best out, though, was 02. We talked about that. Look where it went down to 97 off of a 15 short. So let's see if that will come in there one more time. I don't know if it will, but we are going to see here right now one more time. So that's PayPal. Hopefully it can fall back in. What I wanted to get to was Amazon. So again, my number one name today, bar none, is Amazon. So this is what we did. Meanwhile, while this market was moving, that short early on was so huge, man. We, could have held it all the way down to 98. Probably should have. Look at this move right back up. Started to short again, rate against 90. That's 100. Rate against 100, right? That could have been good, but wasn't for me. So that was a little bit of an area there. Got stopped out at $100.16. This is right at 1240. So I was taking the short, came back in, made money on that short, then got stopped out. So there's actually nothing wrong with this trade here. Then we went short again at $100.65, whatever it was. Look at these outs. Not good. 140. So, again, 20, 30 cents. Then we averaged out. Then we got stopped out at 100. This is kind of the problem right there. What did Okay, right now PayPal's busting out to the upside right now. So I'm going to have to look at this. We just went long on PayPal because we got overfilled, because we got some out on the outside. So we're going to have to take some out here on PayPal. Hey, look, when you break higher through the levels, maybe it just wants to go. Yep. So we were talking about short. Now it's reversing out again here. So yeah, kind of feel like this is a trade that we didn't really deserve to be in, but we are in it right now. What is happening right now? This market is it's
heading to the
all
highs.
Over the place. Apple is right now 250 in the money and still ripping. Like Apple is taking names right now. That is an unbelievable move up for Apple. Like we're long at $2.50 in the money now on this name. So I don't know, man. This has just been a wild day. You just talked about it, Humble Ninja. Like this is giving me you a headache. This is giving me a headache. This is a crazy market here. Wow.
Yeah, I mean, Google just went another $1.50.
What?
It's close to the high of the day. NVIDIA not quite at that high of the day. I'm just rounding out that 222 because if NVIDIA gets to the high of the day, I know exactly where I'm going. You guys are probably going to guess this one ahead. I'm going to Intel. So Intel on that last bump, it didn't go very far. But I was sitting in the short on Intel when all of that nonsense happened. Thankfully, I got some out at the bottom, and then the second I came back and like, look how high we are, I shorted in front of 29 and lost. I then started my short at the top way too early at 29.05. Eventually, I ended up having the bottom, and then I shorted the bottom too early. So I don't want to make that same mistake. It's kind of a head and shoulders at 28.90. If I see NVIDIA starting to slow down, then I'm going to take a shot shorting off Intel here. Alphabet, I still have my eyes on that high of the day. I think that could be an interesting level. Google, of course, for those of you that get it mixed up, we're about 30 cents away. So remember I said to just wait for the high? It's probably going to get there if we're going. Do we come all this way not to at least test the top? 106.70 feels like that one's going to be in play. The market, like the ES, I should say, and the NASDAQ are well off the high relative to where Google is. So you can see the strength in Google because it's at the top when the NASDAQ is still sitting, with a little bit of a ways to go. Like 75 points on the NASDAQ still to go. The ES, 15 points. Google, 20 cents. So that means Google is relatively strong. If the market takes out the highs, then Google's a breakout sort of above this current breakout level and has lots of room to run. My daily's not going to be split adjusted, so I'll show you on the 15. If it breaks double top, you've got 108 in play. That's $1 from the high of the day. Not a bad little target if we get a top break.
I mean, I'm debating just going it right now at this name here for Google because, yeah, it's going to take it out right now. This is the high. You do have a little bit higher. I mean, obviously, right there we got the 60,
for all intensive purposes,
70. But, yeah, right now it is breaking, and this is probably a decent long. We're already long Apple, so I don't want to push too many longs right now. But, again, the long is not wrong right here. So, you could probably push it. I don't know. I'm thinking about it. Like, we got out of our AMD, like, so crazy ago at 84.35. This is like, but look, you're right into this level again right here. Like I thought this was going to stop, and it was. It was a great top, right? We just kept on topping out here at 40s, and then eventually when we broke it, we rip up to this next sort of level right there. So I'm thinking that right here is probably worth a little shot. I just put a 74 there, and it went. Hopefully this comes back up and we can get that price again. I don't know, man. That sucks. It sucks when you put the order in. We get part filled. Okay, now we have it all. Okay, so now we have it at 71 as it's going to rip back upside.
That's
so
how they do it.
We sacrificed 3 or 4 pennies there to get that price. But here, wow, okay, maybe it does want to just continue to go up. What is that level? 90s. All right, so I'm going to hold this until 90. That's about it. We're short 79. We'll take another fill right here. Wow. Okay. Yeah. Party on, Wayne. Party on, Garth. Because this is a nice move upside right now. The party is in the NASDAQ. It looks like. And for now, we're not necessarily invited, but I feel like we do have Apple, so that's like our key to the VIP. But we are trying to sneak in here with AMD, try to get under the covers here a little bit, and see if we can get a short and pay this back to like 84.50 or so. But look at where we're looking. We're short now at 77. My out is 90. So it'll be 13 cents worth of a hit. I hate taking L's, but this one is right at that spot right now. Let's just see if it can hold out. Oh, man, wow. This market does not want to stop. I thought, when we hit that high here on the NASDAQ and then pulled back, like, I guess that double bottom, I don't know. Let's wait to see what happens
It's
here.
acting like a Fed day. Like, you know what I mean?
No,
like
that's exactly what it is.
It's acting like a rate decision day. You go all the way, make a fresh high, you test the lows of the day, double bottom, and then you retrace the entire move.
Powell talking.
I mean, it's kind of the same thing.
Yeah,
You're right. It is kind of the same thing.
Good call.
But see, I was waiting for 24.25. I'll get into why I got C3AI here instead of here, because the market started screaming. I'm being patient. It wicks above 24, and then it's right back beneath 24. So if this has no juice to it, I'm just going to short this level here. I know weakness when I see it, and I'd rather be sitting in that name, taking my shot at it. Obviously, you didn't see Google break that high of the day. It didn't get through. I mean, it got, like Sean said, it got really close. Maybe a distinction without a difference. I just want to see it push a little bit higher. I'm looking for a little bit of a turn. Once I see NVIDIA pull back, I do want that Intel short, but I'm being patient. I know Alphabet, it's gone pretty far here. But if the market can get to the high, to me, Alphabet should already be through it. But I'm getting that curl sense on NVIDIA. You're starting to get that curl. That means it can be time to grab Intel. I can get 90s on Intel, which is actually not a bad price. Scratch that, I can get 92s and 93s. I'll go for the short on Intel as you're getting a lower high. And if NVIDIA breaks toward the high of the day, well, I have an out at 29 on Intel that'll cover me. Give me the offer. There we go. I just got filled on Intel, and Nvidia is popping up. That's probably why I got the fill on the offer. So I know 29 can be my out. Waited for that to pop a little bit, come a little bit closer to that price, and work into that short. And then we'll be patient with Google. I saw a lot of people talking about Tesla. Not necessarily on the top of my radar today. Didn't get our 200, missed out on the 190. Now I don't know that I love where it's trading. So I might count me out of Tesla. Like this feels like it's not as strong as the rest of the market. It's still negative on the session, not breaking towards that 200 level. I don't want to put a stink face on it, but it feels like there's stronger names if you want the longs, and there's weaker names if you want the shorts, for lack of a better explanation.
I just realized they had a bid on AMD at 82.50 that I just had to cancel. So I didn't even get filled. Like, I just realized that I had a bid because I was going through my orders because we just got filled, by the way, on AMD at 84.70 there. We took that dime like we talked about, but only out of 10%. We're going to take another 10% if it comes back down. Come on. There it is. Yes, sir. Right there, we get a 71 there. And now it's starting to fall down a little bit. So now we're out at 20% right now. But yeah, I just realized, like, I'm going through my order log. I'm like, oh, cancel these bids. 82.50. Look at that bottom there, 82.50. So I almost wish I didn't see that, because now I'm like, wow, we just missed that. But that's okay. That's why we bought that, to go back up to the upside. But here we go. We said we'd come a little bit well-dressed here. We got our top button up. Okay, we're going to watch out. We take another 70 there. We just got filled at 66, actually. No, 68, sorry, down there on AMD. So I'm just trying to scalp this out because the market's still hanging out. I don't like holding shorts until we start to get a little bit closer to this 50 period. So I'm going to take another piece out here and then try to hold. Look, we still have 70%. If we can get another 70 fill there, then it's only 10 cents. Like, my risk is 10 cents. So what I'm trying to do is, like, get out of, if I can get out of 40%, which is what I have, and I have another 10% at 70, then we'll wait. And I know what, there it is. Okay, so now we can wait. No more bids anywhere. I'll cancel my Apple bid. You know where my Apple bid is? 151.85. So let's just have a quick look at that. How far? What? 151.85. So I don't know. I must put that in afterwards. But look, it's just amazing how far these stocks have just gone in the last hour. Absolute moonshots here. All right, so now AMD, we still have 65% actually. Bad math by me. Let's see where AMD goes. Alibaba and Bed Bath & Beyond still in.
Oh, Baba, yeah. I haven't looked at Alibaba. I haven't even looked at Pinduoduo as well. I want to go back to some of those names in a quick second. I just got that fill that we had at 24.20 on AI in addition to the one we took in front of 24. So 24 average price. Stop out here, not giving it to VWAP. That's kind of crazy talk. We'll get into new trade if it gets up to VWAP. That's for sure. I do like that level. Intel we grabbed. I did not get Bed Bath & Beyond down there. It got really close to reloading off 3. Got to 304. It looks like I was sitting at 2s. And actually, no, I was sitting at 1s. Yeah, I should have maybe a little bit more aggressive there, maybe 3s and 4s. If I try to grab that again, it's not really moving. So I'm going to be pretty patient. The market wants that top, which means Google, Alphabet wants that top. Consolidating up here. You know what? Sometimes you can be in it instead of looking for the break and risk like 20 cents. And if it doesn't break, you risk 20 cents. And if it does break, you're in the money 20 cents when it goes. So, like, this is a relatively strong name. If it breaks 106, like 35 or something, I can get out of this. If it takes out the top, like, how many names are already at the high of the day when the market's just trying to get there? I count Google, and I'm looking for something else. So this is the strongest one I can find. I'd rather sit in this one off a consolidation long. If you're shorting consolidations, then longing them on strong names does make some sense.
Like, I really want to short Roblox here as well, but I mean, it's like every single, we just got stopped out of AMD, by the way. Every single name that I go short on, AMD is flat. Like, we were flat on it. We took 10 cents and lost 10 cents on AMD. But Roblox, I feel like this is a good name to look for short. It's just bouncing up, but again, like, it's like one of those, this is another AI and, all this kind of stuff. But again, like, it just made these top wicks here, and it's right at 50. So this is a name that I like to go short. I think they should have gone short first, but we'll wait here for 42s. Maybe we get that fill. Maybe we do not. But do I want to get a fill at 40? I don't know. All right, we'll see. We'll see what's going on here. I'll take a small fill. All right, well, I think I'm just going to do that next time, man. I'm just going to, like, punch in and then talk about it. There goes Roblox all the way back in a little bit here as the market's pulling back. So let's watch out, as I'm sure AMD is probably back in. Yep. I'm going to go back short on this one. AMD didn't take out 85. So let's try one more time here against 85. We'll take it right now at 77, and then we'll see. But I'm going to give that back to 90 and then back up to 85. That Roblox really got me there. Another short coming at 84.90, and then it's slow down time. And make sure that we take the right trades. I just want to be here for the short. The market just ticked 12,700 right there. That wick up and then dropped 30 points. So yeah, maybe we are a little exhausted up here. I'm pretty exhausted as well. It's only 244. All right, AMD new short rate now at 76.
Yeah, exactly. And when I saw that curl, by the way, I'm just going to do this because I want to show you Intel. NVIDIA popped up to 220. So I'm watching NVIDIA, not for NVIDIA, but for Intel, kind of. So when I saw that happen, I did just add to Intel just a little bit more. I feel like if it's going down into VWAP, I wanted to price myself so that I can maybe even get some out if it breaks 95s. If NVIDIA takes out 220, that's going to be a bad sign, obviously. C3AI is back to flat. The other one was Google. And the thing about this is I just feel like if you're long relatively strong stocks and short relatively weak ones, A, whatever we trend you can hold on to, but B, even if you're wrong, you should be able to get paid out on like these little micro moves. The relatively weak names should drop a little bit more than the strong names do, so you have a better opportunity without having to be dead right about which direction we're going, because sometimes who knows on a day like today. But just as long as you know, set up the risk to reward, know which names you like to the long side, favor those, and then you can have the potential to pay yourself out from either direction. Now, I'm not going to offer anything on Google until it gets to the high of the day, very likely above it in front of 107. If it gets there and starts rejecting, maybe I lighten the load, but it has yet to actually test that top, so I'll be pretty patient with it. As I said, AI seems just fine, and repeat that statement. So, Ice Ice Baby, doom, 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 good song. What I'm getting at is a lot of times you'll see it's not a hedge trade. I want longs and shorts, but I want longs in relatively strong names. That way you can hold some for the trend. If we break the high on Google, I'm in it for the push to the high of the day in the NASDAQ. However, Intel on the other side of the coin is a relatively weaker name, so I'm shorting this off of those highs. If it trends down, I have a tight stop on Google and a tight stop on Intel, but I can hold it for the duration. And similarly, C3AI, which is even weaker than those, tight stop here. However, if it flushes, we're getting fresh lows all day long. So tight stops on either, but whichever direction you end up trending, you get to hold a piece of the pie and then benefit from that. But it only works if you're long, strong names and short, weak ones, which is usually a pretty smart thing to do.
Yeah, I like that strategy there. All right, I don't know.
Turn on the heat.
I feel like it's, we're trying to find some more names that are moving around. So if you guys have anything here, because I'm just kind of stuck on the same names right now. We're still long Apple. I don't really want to get rid of that. We didn't average in, but we have another trade here on AMD. AMD just went 10 cents of the money. We didn't take it, which normally we take 10% out. So we'll try to do that again if it comes back in. And then we're going to watch out for 85 breaking. I should refresh. I have so many orders out right now. I don't have orders out, but I have so many, like my order log is a little bit busy here. So we have Amazon. I don't even have an AMD out yet right here. So what I was looking for, I'll put that in, but look at Amazon. So I'm going to put this order out. If Amazon can get back to like this 101 area, there's AMD. So nice little move downside for AMD. I'm just going to put the stop order here. I'll show it to you right now. I'm just going to put the stop order up top now, breaking through of 85. That's all. So I'm just going to put the order in here. We will have more shares if it does go up there because I want to average in again. So we'll see if it's going now. But here we go. Nice move to the downside. Now we're a dime in the money here on AMD. We just took a little bit out. Hopefully we can get some more out on the downside. I have a bid at 61. And then I think we can get back into here. That's 39s. 40s. So let's just put a bid in case we get that flush down. Let's put a bid at like 50, 52. Here we go. See, this is the flush we're talking about. Give me 61s. Don't you stop at 62. Nice little flush down. There it is. Sometimes you get it and you get it. There it is. Nice move. So here we go. So, this is what I'm saying. Remember we took 10 cents, then lost 10 cents. Now we're in the money now. well, we're in the money 19 cents. So let's see if that's going. Alibaba still barcoding here. I like to break down on this, so we'll see as the dollar. And I was talking with Michael Noss, and you know this too, because I was talking to you as well, watching out for the DXY, and unfortunately,
they don't. Right?
He was telling us that, I won't say the prices because I don't know if they're official or anything like that, but it significantly adds, like, if you want to add the dollar index here, you got to get a completely different entitlement. And I actually don't even know what entitlement it is, but it's a lot more expensive to add that to any sort of data package. So that's why Trade Ideas doesn't have it. You can message at Michael Noss there on Twitter or follow us anyways. He's going to be on the show this week, I guess Friday.
And you know those data charges.
Yeah,
now.
And that gets to be absurd, right? And so that's why just look at the UUP here. Of course, the ultra shares for the dollar. And I just wanted to see what was happening right now. So it's not as liquid as the dollar index itself, which is why I prefer to look at that. It's just everything I've found is not live. If you guys have a live dollar index chart, send it to me because that's what I'm sort of looking for. But right now, we're just going to watch this dollar. Would like for it to shoot back to the upside because we're short right now, net short the market with BABA. Bed Bath & Beyond doesn't matter, but it's more about AMD. As here we go, AMD back into the 50s. Let's take another bid.
Yeah, Google keeps testing the high that it doesn't quite get there, but I want something that's relatively strong. Intel hasn't really broken the range yet, but yeah, there is another name out there that I don't want. And you know what? I see you guys in the chat, like DXY. Some people are saying TradingView. I'm sure there's other services that you can pay for where it's in the entitlement, but data charges. Yeah, if you've been trading long enough, trust me, you understand how crazy data charges have gotten over the years. It's insane how much they are compared to when we started out. It's kind of like highway robbery, to be honest. But hey, everybody, because it's such a demand, everyone wants to be a more active trader. And quite frankly, getting that real-time data is expensive. I want to get to Meta very quickly. You have a lot of these head and shoulders type patterns that are setting up here. This is another one. I kind of prefer it to the long side if I have to pick and choose because of all the support it's had since the earnings. That said, support on my 15-minute, just so you know that I'm not making that one up. And if it can start breaking out, I like this, breaking out of the range to the upside. I want to put that, I want something that's not Google for the longs, if we can break to the top, and Meta does feel like it. So 191.25, if we break that out, I'm looking for a long in Google. I understand I'm long Bed Bath & Beyond too, but come on, the market could rally to the highs. That might move 2 or 3 cents. So that's going to do whatever it's going to do.
All right, here we go. Let's go. Slap a fail. Let's go. Hit this. Hit everything. There goes AMD. We're finally here. It just touched 40. We didn't even have a bid out. Remember, I was like, let's get some bids lower. I didn't expect this one to come through so quickly. I'm still a little bit upset about Roblox, obviously. But here we go. I'm just going to put a bid at 47. I don't know why we're dancing like that right there, but we got to take advantage of this move down. This is what happens on Jerome Powell days. I'm not even going to call. You already hit the nail on the head saying this is like a Fed day. This is exactly the same as a Fed day.
Which is weird.
Because if you're, well, no, I'll tell you why I think it makes sense. Because like when the Fed released their interest rate, it was 100% what they were going to do. Yeah. So at 2 p.m., it was a nothing burger. Then when Powell took the podium, we went straight to the moon and moved like crazy. So what happens here when Powell hits the podium again, right here? Huge move up, huge move down, huge move up, huge move down, retrace back to, sort of backed up. So, this reminds me a heck of a lot of those days. And this is why you notice what's happening in the market. If my quotes can load, that's why we just took more outs, man. Low side right now in AMD. You never know when this market's going to pop up. I could just be talking about Powell, and next thing you know, boom, goes the dynamite right back up to the upside. So holding Apple's been working out for us, sort of as a proxy against the market. Nice longs there in Apple. We're still holding it. And then the short here in AMD, I don't know. It's right back to where we're short. We're waiting for 84.90. Remember, we only have 30% of this. We took some out here, 40s, 50s. So that was, again, look where we're short, 76. We took 25 cents. So even if it goes back up to the upside, we're still good. So we'll wait to see what happens now. Would like this market to calm down a little bit.
Just keep saying Powell.
Yeah, Powell. No, I'm short.
Never mind, my bad.
Yeah, I want to say the opposite of that. But yeah, right now, good movement. I'm still long Apple. I know
Yeah.
you're long Google, so that's a good
I
one.
know, but I'm short Intel, which I had to trim when it took 95s. I'll get it all out if it breaks 29. But congratulations if you're long the market.
Yes, sir.
It's not going to seem like this happened on my 3-minute chart because I use a 3-minute here. But Google did break the high of the day, get to 80, and then pull back. So when I got out, I didn't get out at 75 on the way back up. I'm not out of it. I took a third out. It was because it made a high and then immediately started reversing. So it's kind of like that break initially failed. And if it dips, I'll buy the dip. As a matter of fact, I want to get to 106 and Park. No, 106 and Park is that's an old show on BT. Do they still have 106 and Park? Maybe they do.
They still have BT?
I don't know if the BT's still around, but I don't know if that show who hosts it or whatnot. I don't really watch it anymore. But I'm gonna look for the dip buy in Google. So scalp some as it breaks the high. Look for places to join that trend or rejoin that trend, I should say, for the dip. Intel, I elected to get out most, not all. I probably should have just got it all out. I hung on to a third. I do that from time to time, where I'll just say, okay, you know what? I'll hold a third of the position or a portion of the position, knowing full well that's probably the wrong thing to do. Just get it all out at the stop. I decide to tighten it up for some and not all. I'll get out the rest if it goes to goes through 29 even. Alphabet's a good one. I want Meta to join the party here. 191.25. I want that breakout. So Meta starts breaking out. We get to the high of the day. I think we can get there. Pinduoduo, please. And Andre shouting out AJ and Free. Like, that's when I was watching
Yes, sir.
it. AJ and Free. Holla Free. That's when I used to watch 106 and Park. That was the jam. Was asked about Pinduoduo. I have not touched this stock since this morning. I was all over shorting it. I went to a firm and over to C3AI a little more aggressively at lunch. Should have stuck with PDD at 94.5. However, Chinese ADRs past lunchtime into the power hour, sometimes good, sometimes bad. You know other things will move. You don't know if you're going to get movement out of these. It's one thing when you're holding it in the money with these Chinese ADRs. It's another thing initiating positions. And if you do, make sure it's moving and it's at a key price. That would be, like I was shorting 94.5 area. That's where I'd like to see if it's going to pop there. That much of a move, I'll take a shot at it. But until it does something a little more decisive, I'll probably sit Pinduoduo out. It did reject that 95. 95, try to gap up, hold the previous level, rejected it. To me, that's an obvious. I'm always shorting this if I see that set up. Like weak stock, pulled back after a monster move up, gets beneath support, tries to break above it, instantly fails 95. That's a hammer short every single time when you see that. So I liked it earlier. I don't know if it's going to be the same thing this afternoon, but I always say that about the Chinese ADRs. And then some days they move and I'm like, oh, it moved. And other days they do absolutely nothing.
Yeah, we're still in. Oh, Brendan just sent it to me. Apparently TradingView does have it. Maybe there's a CFD over there or something. So that's pretty good. I'm going to try it after the show. I just don't want to. I'm going to open up TradingView and all these ads are going to pop up, or I'll do it when we throw back.
Is it free though? That's the question.
Brendan said yes, so we'll wait to see if it is or not. But you guys check yourself out there if it's free. That's a great resource. So thanks, Brendan, for that for sure, guys. But let's go, man. I mean, I'm going to keep spinning this as long as this is what's going into my account. This is what we're going to keep spinning. So yeah, about that AMD, we just took a 90 short. So again, holding it against 85, it goes back down in the money. We just took a 75 bid there, so that's 15 cents against 10. Like I said, I don't know where we're going now. It's free on Webull. I don't have a Webull account, but I'll find it. Thank you again. And that's another thing. We always talk about our audience, right? And I just want to say thank you so much because you ask one question and boom, it's right there. I want to thank Brendan as well.
It's like a cheat code.
Yes, it is. Yeah, so Google will. Yeah, exactly. So now Microsoft's done. Satya Nadella. Now we'll wait for Sundar Pichai to come through and talk about Google. And when he does, you watch out for this moonshot. Now remember, it's not today. It's just I'm not ready to sell anything yet. I don't want to sell any of my positions. The only name that I was actually checking out with my father, we're up 100% or something. I'll have to double check where NVIDIA is. It might not be NVIDIA, but it's another one of these names. This name is absolutely a beast. But again, I think that with this AI talk, up 100. Sorry, it's $100 on NVIDIA. So the thing about it is that with new technology comes new requests of power, of production, of processing power. computation, everything like that. So if you're going to want to start to use some of this high-powered AI, now I don't know. This is what I mean. I'm new to this. I would think that you would need higher processing power as far as GPUs and everything. So NVIDIA is going to lead the way in that department, right? So nice move here for NVIDIA. Obviously, it had gotten higher today, but this is a name. Look at the 50 period. Just keep on working it to the upside. Look at all of these breaks. Bang, bang, bang. We haven't come back and tested any of this yet. So stay with some of these longs. I know I'm saying that as I'm short AMD here,
That's
but
day trading.
AMD... Yeah. But even AMD and NVIDIA look a little bit different. Like right here, AMD is kind of just sitting up at the top side right now and not really moving. When you can see NVIDIA's up 4%, now it's just barcoding like this. But, NVIDIA up 4% against AMD only up 1.5%. So if the market pulls back, I feel like AMD has the chance. NVIDIA will give you bigger returns because it'll move $1, $2, $3, but that doesn't matter to us because we share size appropriately. So hopefully, like I'll have half the shares in AMD that I would in NVIDIA, for example. So I would need double the move, right? So let's just wait to see. Here we go, man. It looks like we're going to take out 85 any minute now. This market just wants to keep on running. And yeah, I guess we got to get out of the way of these chip names. We've just been short here. It's been fine, but I'm really not making any money because every time it comes back up, well, eventually I'll get stopped out. But for now, we're making money, but the stop out's coming, I feel.
Yeah, like I just got my stop out on
Maybe
Intel.
Tesla.
So
Well, there it is. Look at that.
yeah, I'm out of the last of Intel. Someone had asked whether I'm
Teleportation.
holding Google long. Yes. Remember Google broke the high? I'm on the dip buy, which
Look at this move,
we're
guys.
obviously not getting the dip buy, but I just got Meta. Sorry to jump ship. I was going to talk about Google there saying Alphabet that I was holding it for the highs, but Meta just broke out as well, so we're holding on to Alphabet. I still have Bed Bath & Beyond. C3 AI is the only short. I'll get to that in a second. I just wanted this breaking, and if we get to the high of the day, well then why can't Meta get to the high of the day? It's just, we've seen this, and on Fed days, this is exactly the kind of thing that we think is once you make a trend and settle down, it's like you get the whipsaw action and you start trending in the second half of the day, usually if it tries to get to the top, it gets there. I'm not impressed with the actual volume on Meta on this break, so I might take a scalp trade for the first 30 or 40 cents. As a matter of fact, I just realized on Alphabet, it just got to 107, and if it doesn't get through 107 soon, I might take another leg out in front of said 107. The only short that's still on for me is C3 AI, which actually started coming back down in, but as the market was strong, I took some out, probably not giving myself enough room. I'll reload this. If the market curls and falls back down, this feels like it's going to be the one. So I want to be net short this name as much as I can here, trying to hold on to it. But I like Meta, I like Alphabet a little bit more. That's why I was willing to buy it off of those highs. And as I said, Intel, you got to give up at some point. It stopped me out. There was a question, and someone asked in the chat, and maybe they're referring to Intel because they just went ex-dividend. Does Prosper Pro or P Pro 8 reflect, or Day Trade the World reflect dividend in the dividend prices in the chart? No. Not at all. Like, this is only going to show you the actual price action. You're not going to get any automatic adjustments like that, although it's not that hard to find places that'll show you that. Like, okay, well, they're going ex-dividend on this date, and this is where the stock will be, relatively speaking, if you just look at 25 cents or whatever it might be, and then it'll get that idea. You can look it up online and be able to find it. Before I move on here, I want to go back to Tesla. I want to give it a chance. This is what, by the way, have an out. The only mistake I made in Intel was not getting it all out here. I should have gotten it all out, but now it's running toward the high. Market is strong. Tesla, enter twice, is trying to go, but look at that relative weakness. I'm still not believing Tesla wants to be a part of the solution to get to the upside. Right now, it's showing a little too much resistance for my liking, and I'm kind of feeling Meta on that consolidation break. Like, where is it going? I take 29s on a quarter break. It goes all the way to 41, 42 actually, and then right back 12 cents out of the money. So not a heck of a lot of velocity there. But if the market gets to the top, Meta should get there too. It's not really running against me, so I'm not that concerned about it. But you should see a little more. I would have expected a little more velocity is what I should say there. As we go to Brendan for Happening Now.
Hey guys, yeah, 1 hour to go in the trading day. Back to the upside we go for the overall market as well. Nice look here, green across the board. into Power Hour. 1 full percent right now for the S&P 500. Just ticked above that. In fact, the Dow 0.5% to the upside. The Russell, we did see a little bit of weakness coming through. Russell 2000 early on this morning, still lagging a little bit, 0.8, 0.75 versus 0.12 in small cap land, 1.4 meanwhile for the composite, 1.6 for the 100. It was all about, Fetcher Powell sticking to the script, to say the least. Nothing new in this speech today, or Q&A, I guess it was more of an interview style. During the lunch hour, everything we heard last week and then some, reiterating higher rates for longer, more hikes to come. We're watching Microsoft still. That interview with the CEO has wrapped up, just to confirm. A couple of people were asking. Back to day highs here for Microsoft. He spent most of the time, it's kind of interesting, talking about his time as CEO of Microsoft and how this event kind of ranks as far as what has happened to the company along that line. And he basically put it at the top as far as significance, guys. So big move today for Microsoft. Back over to you.
Maybe not done.
All right. I don't know what to do. We'll just do this because we got some printing. All right, so we're short Roblox. We talked about that at 38.50. We're short at 38.43. So it's only down in the money. We just took some 30s out, by the way. So hopefully this can come back in a little bit here for Roblox. That was that short against that high. That didn't get blown out. We take the advantage of getting more short in Amazon, or getting short in Amazon. Look, man, we just waited. We waited for Amazon to get near that 101. It did that. We take a 75. And now we're printing back down lower. I don't have any bids down here, so we got to do that. Let's go, man. If we can get a 60 bid, I'll take a 66 for now, and then we'll take a 60. Hopefully it comes back in and fills us down there. So we are now short on Amazon. We just took some good outs. We took a 70 at 66, 62, 60. Give me that 60 right now. Give me that nut. Ooh, almost got it. We'll wait to see if it can come back in right now. Shout out to Easy right here. We'll see $100.60 trying to come in for that. We missed it, but we'll get it. Apple's pulling back a little bit. Amazon, Alibaba's still moving. Roblox, still 8 cents in the money. We'll see if we can get lower than that right now. We do want Easy right now. There it is.
We want Easy.
38.50, downside 38.30. Good touch there, 31. That's the 50 period at 27. We want lower than that, guys. We want to get back down here. We want to see 38. So let's watch out right now for this market, of course, and just continue to trade it as it's moving around. We're pretty excited here to be short and just to be trading today in such a lovely day in the market to hit some key levels, to get your positions in. I feel like if you were a bull or a bear today, you're able to catch a lot of trades. So good job for everybody today. Now let's get that nut down there at $100.60 for Amazon, and then we'll watch it fly downside as there goes Roblox also going back to the downside here as well.
Yeah, we're headed towards, some stocks are headed to the low of the day. It looks like I'm going to take AI. I'm going to do this because I want to talk about pins in a second. I'm going to take AI to the low of the day in about 20 to 30 cents, see if it can't get there and then bounce. Pins, we never got the short, so we're going to have to be patient with it. Meta was a false break, obviously. So, I always put my stop at the last support level on a breakout style trade, so that's pretty much right here. It's actually a couple of cents beneath this. It's like 70s. Once it breaks, I'll be out of it. If it holds, it holds. Fine, fair enough. I kind of feel like it's not going to hold. As a matter of fact, did it stop? Yeah, it did. Boom. Just stopped out there. And Google, for its benefit, the value of not taking the top break and taking the consolidation is even on this pullback, it's still in the money. So I get to make a decision. We got the win up to the high. And if I break even, stop it, or this consolidation, we don't take the L on it, and then we get to hold on to the shorts into the downside. Thankfully, C3AI is the weakest name on the planet, and it looks like it's going to be an ugly one. This LIXT, not to ignore some of these small caps, that's what I'm going for. These small cap names, it'll load up in a second. It's just breaking out now on decent enough volume. It's actually hit my trade idea scanner about the same time. I saw people talk about it in the chat. You can see why. Breaking out at 2. You like these gappers that go halt, 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 halt. Find a consolidation and find some liquidity is the term I'm looking for. Then you can start making structured trades here, like a 2 with a 180 stop or a VWAP break with a 2 stop. Those kinds of trades set up better than halt, pray, which I don't really like. Brendo?
Just watch some of the automakers here, guys. Some preliminary earnings results coming across for Volkswagen. It looks like their primary listing over in Europe. However, there's a pink sheet listing or pink sheet symbol, VWAGY. Just took a big move down there. But watch Ford, GM, some VW prelim earnings coming through.
BWAGY. Shout out to Queen Latifah there. Unity. UNITY. All right.
I haven't even thought about
I saw the
that.
Grammy there. She was performing there. It was 50,
Oh, for real?
50 years of hip hop on the Grammys
don't watch that stuff
this
anymore.
year. No,
I
that
can't
was.
do it.
We don't normally watch it either, but it was hilarious, man. Nelly came out and performed. Ice-T performed. My daughter was like, "Word? Who's that?" Because you know Ice-T's.
Who's that?
No. Well, she doesn't know who Ice-T is.
Yeah, but
the story,
what am I
the
talking
story
about?
is not Ice-T. The story was Coco. If you know Coco, you know what I'm talking about.
I have no idea who you're referring to.
Exactly. No, but yeah. See, this is a thing. Like,
I don't know what you're talking about, Sean.
yeah.
Who? Who's that? I don't know.
Coco is
No idea who
his
that
wife. So if you want to look up Coco, you can look up that. Okay, nice move to the upside or to the downside right now. Let's go, man. We'll spin it.
Money.
You know, right here. Pop culture aficionado is not me, but I know who that is anyways. There it is. Amazon. Boom to the downside. That's what we're talking about. Yeah, man. Today's net courtesy of Amazon. Short. Bang. Short. Wait for it. Let's go. Only shorts today in Amazon, and it's pay dirt right now. Back down to the downside as we hold on for that one, and then we will also hold on to. Well, we're holding on to Apple, but it's a small piece, so we still care about it. But Roblox, hello. We just got 14s right there off Roblox, so we're ready to get going here. Yeah, Ice-T is the man, that's for sure. He's on a Cheerios box. Okay. Ice-T, anyways,
Good
there was
for
some
him.
great,
Really?
Slick
I
Rick.
did
There
not
were some
know that.
great performances there
Oh, Slick Rick?
on the Grammys. You
kidding
guys
me,
should
bro?
go check it out, and then God did at the end.
Now
of
you're going
course.
to tell me Grand Poobah. No, obviously not. No. Grand Poobah would never.
I know. I'll find. Let me find out who.
Grand
who was
Poobah stud duty. Yeah, well, anyways.
there's the guy with all those crazy muscles. What? I forget who that was. Anyways, okay, I'll look it up.
Just a couple of things there. There was a dip buy into VWAP. Remember I said breakout VWAP and LIXT with a 2-stop? Well, I mean, I didn't get the breakout. You can see that. But I did get the dip buy in front of VWAP. Throw the order out. You never know. You might get picked up. So 210, risk to 2. It's already hitting 225. See, this is why it's the greatest community of all time, because this was off my radar about here, because I'm like, yeah, it's nonsense, and should have come right back on when it was making these lows. But you get that clean break, you see the volume start to pick up, you guys can see volume picking up, you find some risk to reward ideas, maybe it's better, it is, frankly, it's better, like 190 or 185 on a break, giving it to those lows. But now we can just hold on, we've scalped it out, we've paid ourselves, and we can see how high it goes. If I see 250, that's a bit of a double top up there, wick highs through 250. I'll probably put a trailing stop if we take out 50s on the way back in. So let's see what happens with LIXT. We're kind of just holding on to it and want to see how far this one can go. I'll go $2 on a stop until it actually takes out 230, and then I'll just start trailing it higher.
I'm starting to punch out. You know who was there, and I forgot about Rakim. I know you like Rakim. He was there. He performed. Busta Rhymes did his fast.
Now I'm pissed off.
Busta Rhymes did that.
I'm gonna find it on YouTube.
Like that. He was going crazy. Busta Rhymes.
You know I love
Man was
Rakim.
there. Outkast was there.
That's the greatest MC of all time.
Yeah,
Straight
everybody
up.
was there, man. Flava Flav came through. My guys Run DMC came through. It was a great
Down with
performance
the
there.
King.
I can't remember what song they did now, but yeah, okay, so yeah, or my Adidas. Okay, so 84.50 right now. So what a move upside. So we are still in this Amazon, but we just cashed it out. Like, we just got 40s down there, by the way, and now it just ripped back up. So we do put a re-short back on. Now we're short at $100.85. So as per normal, we take out 10% for 10 cents. Bring it back in right now. There it is. Yes, sir. Spin it one more time on the short for Amazon. Coming back in. We're almost at the highest spot we've been at all day, guys. Here again. We did take some more out there on Roblox. We only have 20% left. Now I got to start adjusting the stop orders because I have too many shares out right now. So I'm just going to take this time to regroup a little bit, figure out the stop orders, make sure I have them, because if this market blasts up, like right now, what I mean by that is I have orders to cover in case this is wrong. So if I had 100 shares here, now I only have 10, let's just say. So if it comes back to the upside and blasts that, then I'm going to get overfilled. I'm going to be long 9 times the risk, right? So you got to be very, very careful about all of that as you make sure you watch out for your positions right now. But how many fills do I have today? Hold on, I gotta find it.
And millions.
Oh man, 305.
Oh, I was gonna guess, man.
You would have guessed 5 million, I think, but
no, I wasn't gonna guess 5 million.
300.
I was gonna.
I
actually probably would have said 278.
Well, look at this. I have 125 on AMD alone, which is ridiculous. 77 on Amazon, 28 on. But see, the thing is like I only have. So
you know what you should do?
When we talk about fills,
correlation between amount of fills you take and the stock that is your best stock.
Right.
Like to me, my most fills are on Intel, which is I think that's right where it should be, and Pinterest is number 2.
Scalp demon. Hold on.
That's how it should be. It should be the stocks that you trade the most or you trade the best on. Should be, and if you have more fills on a stock it's not in your bread and butter, then that's probably. I've never actually done that for myself.
That's like the research. Yeah, that's what you want to do after the market, right? So no, but what I was going to say is like I have 28 fills on Bed Bath & Beyond, but I only have 3 trades, right? And that's the first trade right there. But then I get out of this all the way down, which is like 8 outs. So then all of a sudden, one trade has 9 fills. So that's where it's like a little bit of like a hack that we're not actually trading that many times.
Oh, for the love of
I thought that was Fahad coming. It was Rob. Okay, so here's Amazon. So like I said, I gotta go and adjust some of these orders, make sure that
it's so
not too many outs.
When Sean says adjust orders, it's one of those things that'll happen, and you have a platform that might say if I have a stop order in on a stock and I get flat on the stock, it'll automatically cancel. We have a stop order that does that. We have one that does, one that doesn't. So a lot of times when you get a take profit and something wins for you, you do still have to cancel that order. Now I'm right at the bottom here on C3AI, and I'm just talking myself out of this. I'm gonna let it carry through. Like there hasn't been a green candle on this, so scalping out has been a mistake, I want to say. So now let's see if it can't get $1. If it breaks a low, I'll put a trailing stop on it. If it consolidates here, I'll consider getting out. Like it puts in a green on my 3-minute, maybe that's a reason to get out. LIXT, for those of you that were calling that one out, it broke VWAP, got 225. It's holding higher for now. But not all things are good. It's starting to fade off a little bit here. So if it can bounce a second time, I still like the notion of 250. My stop is at 2 even for the last of it, but I don't want to get too greedy on this one. Now this does feel like late to the game, volume good, but this stock abjectly rejected these highs earlier and then spent the rest of the day fading. So if it doesn't break the top soon, I understand that I should probably try to get break evens instead of waiting all the way to 2 even. I say that it starts to go to the upside. Going back over to Google. Oh, I didn't show you guys. So Google did this to me. That's me. That's my daughter's pouty face. I can't do it as well. I get stopped out of Alphabet, and then that's the bottom, right back up, testing toward the highs. Alphabet's a beast. It's on one today. But I got to have an out. The way I look at it, if the market broke down from there, like Alphabet could have dropped $1.50 to VWAP, no problem. So I'm always going to have myself an out. Got to be able to do it. Was it the wrong decision? 100% it was the wrong decision. In terms of results, that doesn't necessarily mean it was the wrong decision. What would you do 10 times out of 10? I don't want this reversing to the lows. I felt that was a possibility, so I got out. I might look for a re-entry here. I'd want to see more signs of strength, maybe the market taking some highs again, and I'll jump back into Amazon. Bed Bath & Beyond, quite frankly, you know what? I'm canceling my bids on Bed Bath & Beyond. We talk about this in Power Hour. If it's not doing anything, there was one move off 3. Great. It gave me this. I missed the second one. I do not need to do this and go back long again in front of 3 as it's testing again. That was the move. I missed the second move. The third one is probably not going to happen, quite frankly.
I'm going to go short Tesla, but we're going to go to Brendan first.
Just quickly, guys, KAL, big mover a couple days ago. They sold a part of their business, international part of their business. Just popping up here again, just broke through 9 there on decent volume for KAL.
What's K? I know that stock from somewhere.
Cal. I don't know
Plus
that name,
the
but
Cal is
we'll
on
look
you.
at that right now. So I just wanted to talk a little bit here because Tesla's still red on the day, so that's a little strange for me. Some weak sauce right there. I was going to go short 195 against this 195.20 area. So it's actually 195.50. What's going on there? I thought it was 195.20 that I was looking at. Yeah, sorry, 195.30 against that. I don't really I mean, I guess that wicked up to 50. All right, let me adjust this order. I was gonna put it a little bit. I'm gonna put it now at 195. So a little bit of a move up. We're gonna give ourselves two. I gotta fix the price there. I was only gonna give it to 20, sorry, right there. But as I see it, we gotta give it up to 50 at least. That broke 50 and went to 53 on that wick with decent volume, but not great volume. So yeah, maybe it wants to go green. I don't know today, but if it does, then it will hold that level and we'll continue to march higher from there. So I'm going to try a 195 short right there. Hopefully it's coming up to get me right now. And then we'll just put a stop order in at, this is what I mean. This is the kind of stop orders that we're talking about. 195.55 or whatever on the high side there. And then if it gets out, we'll take a 60-cent hit here. I think if this market tanks, I know that if this market tanks, then yeah, we should be able to get a nice retracement back, at least a VWAP here, which would be $1. And then, you know, maybe we even see lower than that if the market does retrace back in. So again, we don't have that crystal ball, although we're still waiting. You know, we do have this ball right now. We have a customized coming through, and we're going to shout that out when it does arrive. But for right now, we're waiting on this move here for Tesla to fill us at 195.
So you'll see I have no more shorts because I just trailed out. We'll go to the gates of hell for C3AI. It bounced off the low of the day. Tried to give it a chance to break the low and hold on to it. It put in that green candle. I said I'll trail it out. I was sitting on the bid before. So at that point, it's about 5 cents worth of a difference. If it breaks the low right now, okay, a bit of a pie in my face. LIXT, sorry, that just pulled right back in here, right into VWAP. Yeah, this one might be done. Like, it gave you this nice little break, 210 into 230-ish. That might be all it's good for, because I chased the move up here. So if it can't go any further, I'm just going to slap it. You know, I'm going to tighten this up a little bit, because what I feel like is if it breaks VWAP definitively, I might as well have the 05 for the range breakdown and not wait for a round number. Like, everyone else is going to have a $2 stop, so I'll just tighten it up. And that way, we're not giving too much back. If I get any kind of a pop in pins, AI, Affirm, I still like those ones for shorts. We are running out of time with 40 minutes to go, and Alphabet is still holding the top end of the range. It just doesn't care. I got out of it. I'm just looking for a place to get back in. It's probably right back at the 106.50 area, or maybe just a clean 107 break. I don't ever. 106.92 is the high of the day. I don't mind taking a top break on Google as well. This was definitely a strong stock, and that's where I wouldn't mind taking the break on something that's showing you how strong it is right in front of our faces. But if it gives me the dip, I'll go for that first.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to do here. I'm trying to take the other side of that with weakness in Tesla. So we are into position. So whenever we get a new position, we'll try to hit that just to let you guys know, because I know it's tough to follow us. But right now we're short 195 here into Tesla. And I'm just trying to take the other side. Tesla's trying to show us that it's weak today by not being green in this kind of day. Completely ignoring Powell and everything right now. Let's see if it comes back in. I'm bidding 194.50 to get out of a piece. But look at the volume. Like, this is just... Like, this market is insane the way this is moving, man.
Captain
back and forth. And by the way, as that market was moving around, we do wind up taking a $2 win trade in Apple. So we actually wind up getting out of our Apple right there off that bottom. That was a great trade. And the cash cow that is big cap tech just keeps on pumping for me here as Apple. We got out at 154. Maybe obviously a mistake. I just didn't think we would retrace back to these levels, but it looks like we are doing that. So in the one big cap tech name that we could be out today on, and that's going to be Tesla, as we only have one trade on it. It's short right here, right now. We are short at 194.96, so no problems as of yet, but I have one more average in at 20, like we said, and then I'm going to use this tick right here as an out. Look, this is the thing. If I lose on this trade, I'm not going to be upset about it. Like, you need to be in control of your trades and take the ones that you want to take. And this one, for me, is one I want to take. I mean, it's coming up here. It's weak on the day. I think it has a chance to fade back out. Brendan, hopefully it doesn't happen. it might happen soon. I was going to say in 8 minutes, which is an eternity in this market, we are going to get the early mock imbalance. And what that means is market on close, what we mean by that for mock, market on close. And then there's an imbalance indicator that's going to show us which names, and these are all of 9:30. Well, something must have halted. Oh, that's the NASDAQ test stock is on here, ZVZZD. But for right now, these are all from the morning. So we're going to wait to see when they update what's rocking and rolling at 3:50. So
it says 11 million. That's hilarious.
That's ZVZZD. Yeah. So that's here. This is a NASDAQ test stock.
I guarantee you the level
I can
2
call it up right now. So it's only done 1 million shares today. This is for people that are testing things, whether or not it's execution or new order types. So this is just fake right now. So ZVZZD.
Yeah, don't trade that.
Yeah, don't trade it. Let's get off of that.
You can't actually.
Let's just watch Tesla as Tesla's bouncing around 195 right here.
So Alphabet broke the high. 107 went. I got 03s to the long side. Now, this is looking a little bit like the Meta long, although this is a stronger stock. But that Meta break wasn't very convincing either. It's telling me, it's giving me a sign. And so this time I'm actually going to listen to it. And when it doesn't go right away, just immediately punch out half for like a 4-cent hit. And that way, if it does do a big dip, you're buying the highs instead of buying like a consolidation level, which sometimes that can get tricky. So I just took out half. If it's not going to go right away, it's probably not as good as I want it to be. Then I can give the other half of the position a little bit more room to pull back in on a dip. So I got to show it to you because it happened. I got out. I'm like, okay, we'll C3AI. We'll get out in front of the low. It wicked me out, and now it's breaking the low of the day. It's down 16%, and it's still a short. But you know what? The day's not over. I can get back into it. I don't mind jumping into something like this or a firm the other day if it's just trending to the downside. First pop, I'm shorting it again. 23 even break, I'm probably looking to short that as well. Is there like a spot on that TV? It's been falling like a rock, C3AI. I just hit the first one that came to my mind. I thought there was like a bug on the screen or something, but I guess.
That last time, and then people also said that they were trying to. So sometimes,
yeah, because you start scratching at it.
Yeah, sometimes I'm guessing. Well, not I'm guessing. It seems like we do have some animation.
Oh my goodness, LIX. What the heck is this stock doing, and why did it not just halt?
LIXI?
LIXT, licks it. LIXT, whatever, man. It just did this, so yeah, 250 could be a thing. Congratulations if you held on to this. I scalped it out, the vast majority of it in the first 20 cents of the move. Now it's going haywire. No idea why this doesn't halt when it goes up 15%, but hey, here we are, one candle, just tested 250. It rejected this price huge. That's why the instant out. The second I saw it was up there, it's like punch out. Take some out there. Now we're going to go with a tighter stop. The last consolidation was 12s. My stop is going to 12, and let's see how far it can go. The best part about this trade, I wasn't even looking at it. I wasn't looking at this stock. I looked up in the chat when Sean was talking, and then all of a sudden, everyone's talking about LIXT. I pulled up my trade ideas scanner, and LIXT was at the top of it. Found a trade breaking VWAP, actually pulling back into VWAP because I missed a break. And then you can see it running to the upside. I like it when these names calm down, show you consolidations, and stop going from halt to halt. Sometimes you get some good moves. We see it in the afternoon. Congrats if you got it early, but if you got it late, it's still okay.
So Tesla just touched 65 there. Like we were waiting at 55. So I'm going to put a bid at 66. I don't know. This is literally just like doing absolutely nothing right now. Apparently here it shows Kevin Durant likely to stay put now.
Oh, I don't believe
the
it.
babies continue in the NBA.
You think so?
I don't
think
know.
so.
I think we just probably get rid of Fred. Like Anunoby has 2 more years. I think it would be kind of crazy to trade him.
But he's not happy, so what's the point?
No, I think he's fine. Anunoby.
You think so?
Yeah, I think he's fine. I don't think
He's-
that was a true story there.
Okay, I hope not. He's a good
Anunoby.
player.
Yeah, I think he's fine with that. So we'll wait to see. But yeah, so anyways, it's just Tesla's hitting 95, and it's multiple times come down to 70. And now look, now the move's happening to the upside here. So like it looks like we can have a scalp finish here. Unfortunately, it's just take your profit where it lies. I don't know if there's any big moves coming through, but here we go again, man. I do want to go short again. So if you come up to the top, I was at 20 last time. Oh, we're at 29 That's why. Okay, let's go to 20 for Tesla. I thought we were at 20, but we're at 29. Let's go to 19. We'll take another short there, and then we're just going to hold this to 195.50. If it breaks to the upside, like I said, fine. You know, it's 50 cents upside. We had 40 cents downside or 35 cents and didn't take it. So, you know, we're well in control of this trade. We sort of know what we're looking for here, and that is a flush. And if we don't get it, we don't get it. The dollar's still moving around here. We've already talked about that UUP. Looking at that, I'm going to. But see, this is what I mean. Like UUP's not doing anything. We are going to have to wait to see what the trading view thing is all about there, and we'll load that up after. I may have to register. I don't have an account or anything, so we'll see about that because we don't have it on our platform either. So yeah, a little bit of tape teleportation.
This
now
is tape
back
teleportation.
up to the upside a little bit here as the market's going to take out the high and be up another 2%. Wow, NASDAQ longs, you rejoice here today.
That was tape teleportation. I got back into C3I. That was a violent move. So it instantly broke that channel to the upside. So I want to look for the next one at 24. Oh, I added back into Alphabet, though, because Alphabet continued through the high of the day. I did add back into that and an update on LIXT. You know, I should know the name of the company. I mean, I'm pretty sure it got said in the midday show. I'm moving my stop to the 220 mark. This 225 here makes sense. That was a consolidation area. Trailing it a little bit higher. The higher it goes, the higher I want to trail it. Don't want it halting down on me. Berendo, what's up, bud?
All right, just saw Overstock pop up here, but before we get to that, make sure you check out the second channel, guys. More Trader TV Live. A tease. Maybe, in my opinion anyways, the best thumbnail we've ever made coming tonight on Trade of the Day. Shout out to Fahad for that. Overstock, on the other hand, just popping up on this news, teaming up with City Retail for a co-branded MasterCard. So big volume spike there and a pop for OSTK.
I just realized I have to log.
You better not be doing me wrong, bro, or there's going to be a problem on that right now. I'm just playing around. I'm just playing around.
I can't see it.
I still can't see it.
We can't put it on that
There's a glare there. It doesn't matter. It does.
We don't care. It's fine. You guys will see it.
There, it's on the show now. We should have saved it.
What?
It's already up there.
It's already up there?
Isn't that Biden?
Isn't that Biden?
Okay, yeah. So what?
Hold on. Oh, yeah, of course.
State of the Union is tonight?
I'm Canadian. I ain't watching that. I mean,
I'm watching it. Trust. This is gonna be hilarious. I can't wait to watch that.
I usually watch the highlights in the morning on the train. I
like to watch it, and then Marissa's like, "What the hell are you doing?"
I'm gonna keep my mouth shut.
And I'm gonna watch it there tonight. That's gonna be great. State of the Union. We'll see. I didn't even realize. How come we didn't realize that was today?
That's a really good thumbnail.
Listen to this.
Shout out to Fahad, man. That's pretty damn good.
Listen to this, man. Michael Jackson estate is in talks. How much do you think 50% of his music catalog is worth? I mean, you have no idea.
50%? I don't know.
Did you say
770?
900 million.
I was going to say 778.
Great guess.
I'm just making shit up.
900 million to Sony right now. Jeez, wow. That's only half. Half of it. So, I mean, I guess if you have Thriller.
No, Eddie Murphy said it. Just sing.
That's what you need to do.
Just sing.
Well, you got to have some talent.
Do you, though? I mean,
I guess so.
Kesha sold some albums, bro.
Yeah, but she's not getting bought out for that. Yeah, and she made tons of money, though, right?
Hey, man, she got paid. Hey, you know what? I'm not hating on.
It sounded like you were
all
hating.
The more power if you aren't even like a traditionally great singer and just can figure it out. Like, hey, shout out to you. Shout out to you.
I don't know if Kesha's a good singer or not. I mean, the music that they make.
You don't know?
No, I don't. I don't know that much about Kesha.
Yeah. I mean, okay, first of all, I think I know like one song, but she can't sing. I'll just say that. Stephanie, don't hate on. I'm sorry. I don't want to pick on anybody. It's just the first thing that came to my mind. We're live. We don't have a script here. It's not like I can sit there going to my.
I got the script.
You got the script?
It's like the NFL. You know, everything's scripted. So
when am I having an ACL injury?
We got that. Yeah, and it's just like how excited was Tom Brady when he read the script? Like, he got drafted last overall.
$375 million.
And he's the best player of all time right now. Yeah. No, Fahad, you lost in bowling because of skill.
Yeah.
Had nothing to do with script.
No.
This is why I can't trust anything that Fahad says.
We had this conversation. Yeah, exactly.
He was a bad man bowler and then lost to Lucas pretty easily.
Yes.
You know, so yeah. I don't know.
It wasn't the script, Fahad. It was your actual ability bowling or lack thereof. Back to the market for a quick second.
Just for a quick
Google
second.
through the high of the day. It just took some out at the quarters. It continues to go up. Bed Bath & Beyond continues to do absolutely, positively nothing. It is a waste of time this afternoon, except for the first bounce. That was pretty solid. LIXT, look at that. Like, I moved my stop up. It goes real close, but doesn't quite stop me out on the trail. We'll see how far it can go. But the market does want the high of the day. It looks like we're super strong. I did get out of Meta, but even if I had held Meta, it would only be back to break even now. So for all of that, I'm glad I got out of Meta. We got out of Dodge at the right time. That was not nearly strong enough. Google or Alphabet is the stronger name. There are a few names out there that we haven't really talked about, but I want to show you guys. I keep saying the futures of the markets at the high of the day. Let's show you what the NASDAQ is doing. It's not quite there yet. If it takes the top, and I didn't see the early look on the imbalances because we got distracted just there talking about
just
music.
got put in now.
A $340 million to buy from Financial Juice, according to Brendan. If we break the highs, maybe we get one of those afternoon runners, 2.5%, 3% kind of day. Stranger things have happened. We're calling it a de facto Fed type day here, so why not? And if that's going to be the case, I got the one that I want to ride with. It's Alphabet. It's breaking highs. It's up 4%. It's got room. This has been on an absolute tear. There is one level left from last week, 108 on, well, it's more like 107.80 on Alphabet. If we get there, I'm for sure taking some out. But that's really, I mean, that's Friday's high on Alphabet. If we get to that price, I definitely take some out in front of that.
Like, I know that we're going to lose. I mean, I know we're going to lose on this Tesla trade. It's right
Why do
now,
you say-
we're out 25 cents because it's just, the market's going to rally into the close. We've all seen Jerome Powell's days numerous times, and what happens here. I'm thinking it's going to be a rally. I am short. I'm only short. Short Alibaba. Well, Alibaba's basically back to flat, which is fine. Like I said, we only had a small piece left on this one. But Alibaba makes its way all the way back to where we were short. Like, there's our Alibaba short. We can go short again right now, but we're in Tesla, so let's just watch out for that one. But Alibaba all the way back. If you like this trade, I was already in this. I just don't want to get blown out of both these trades, Tesla and Alibaba. So, but someone said, oh man, that Tesla trade's getting ugly. Is it? It's 13 cents out of the money. Like, I mean, for Tesla's like rockabye baby. Wake up, Tesla, right now.
You can move that by hitting the offer, 13 cents.
I don't know. I mean, like, it's just sitting here. We don't have a great price because we started it at 195, but that's our short, is 195.02. We didn't put on too much. Well, obviously we didn't put on too much more risk. This was the big amount. Then I just thought, if we're going to barcode like this, let's take something in the middle. So we did that. Now if we can get back in a little bit, I don't even have any bids. Actually, I do have a bid at 70 right here, actually. So if we can get back to VWAP, or sorry, the 50 period, then we'll do that. But look at Tesla. It's just hanging out right now. So I don't want to talk defeatist attitude here, but like, it should have fallen down already if it really wants to. The market, if I knew the market would test highs, then we would not have been short anything. So let's just wait to see if it wants to work out. You know, I'm here for the win, but the market may not give any shorts anymore today. So it's going to be a great day. Our net is completely fine no matter what happens with Tesla. I hope you've enjoyed the show. And it's Brendan. It ain't over yet. Brendan over at the desk.
Hey guys, yeah, with 30 minutes to go, we'll get you up to date on what's happening with small cap land so far today. Brought to you by Trade Ideas, a comprehensive stock scanner used by active traders to quickly and efficiently identify trading opportunities daily, featuring powerful tools like the innovative stock races that you see the guys using every day. Quickly identify and act on potential trades. Trader TV 20 right now, bottom of the screen there, will get you 20% off. Shout out to Michael Noss, everyone over at Trade Ideas. Mr. Noss in the studio coming up next week as well, so get your cues ready. Here is a few things that we were looking at this morning. SQL popped up just after we came on around 9 o'clock. Still a nice day, although it has flattened out here right across the board. New deal, 2-year R&D agreement with the FBI announced. So yeah, you know, only just 191% for SQL today. LIXT reports its lead drug comes back better than expected on a late stage trial. So multiple halts on the way up. This thing trying to get back to day highs currently. KPRX, one that popped up on this note, receiving approval to start the mid-stage study for an eye treatment drug. 450 going to be a big level. We'll have a look at that one tomorrow. This thing is full of gaps if you go to the daily chart for KPRX. And then that Lucy popped up again, LUCY, on new product launch today. So more volume coming into this one. Daily chart still looking good. So busy day for small caps. Once again, guys, if you haven't done so, make sure you hit the like and subscribe as well. Go check out more Trader TV. Also, subscribe to that one.
I'm fixing my mic. I took the clip off here, so
Full
you know
clip.
what? Maybe I can try it without that thing
clip.
on right now. So let me just do this. I have to clip it.
I don't know what's
way,
going on. I'll
way,
let you handle that, but I want to go to something. I want to go to my chart for a second because I want to show you what just happened on C3AI. It just caught a pretty large bid. I got out of Dodge here right at like 55 or so. It just got back up to 24. That's where we started. Well, that's where I started shorting it. That's where I'm going to go back to shorting it. Get out. Don't get trapped at the bottom and trade the significant levels. This is where the short was working earlier. This is where I'm going to take it now. I'm now out of LIXT. It was a pretty solid move, but if you're going to hold out for the high of the day, well, sometimes it doesn't get to the high of the day. Now it's all the way back in. I didn't want to give it past that quarter mark, so once it broke, I just got stopped out down there. We hold on to some of it the entire way. Like I held out some here, had to stop at 2. It broke out again. We got some in front of 250, and then we tried to see how far it could go. But eventually, all good things come to an end, especially these small caps. A lot of times we'll say, oh, you get out too early, or people look at us and say, why would you get out of it? It's still trending to the upside. We have to be out as day traders by the end of the day. And even so, ring the register on these. You guys saw what happened to Bed Bath & Beyond yesterday. And this is not to rub salt on a wound or anything, but I got trailed out of multiple longs on Bed Bath, probably too early. But if you look at any of the afternoon longs on this stock, at no point did you get it back, and you had no chance. In the aftermarket, maybe you had a chance, but today you had essentially no chance. All of the breakouts in the afternoon past 2 o'clock, you were out of the money the entire session. And it felt like you got out early if you were taking like 5 and 550. But really, those are fantastic outs. At the end of the day, no one ever went broke taking profit as long as the risk to reward made sense. Speaking of risk to reward, I'm just going to offer like 10s or something on Bed Bath & Beyond. It's barcoding. This is the definition of barcoding. You guys can understand that. Alphabet's all I have left. I don't know if I'll take anything else to the long side. I'll probably just ride this one. C3AI I have to the shorts in front of 24. I'm just looking for Alphabet to make a fresh high. If that happens, I like 107.80 as the next stop. But I will put a trailing stop in as we get closer to 350 and those imbalances. I just always like to have a trailing stop or a tight stop when we get close to 350. Don't want to have a big move reverse on me. And a day like today is kind of the day where you're extra cautious about a big reversal at the end of the day.
Yes. So I don't know. Sometimes I can't just cancel stuff fast enough here. All right. So there it is. We'll flush ourselves down the toilet. We talked about that Tesla trade. Look. Meanwhile, when we went to Brendan, that went back to flat right there. Like it went back to 194.94. We actually had an amazing 10-cent winner on it that we did not take. So right there. But we punch back, we punch in the long. So as we got taken out, we punch in the long on purpose. So if the short's not going to be right here into the close, we said that we could have a rallied market upside. So let's see if exactly that is what it is. So we wind up taking a 50-cent hit. So we need to get this back through 196. Hopefully we can get that move, and then we'll take 50 cents the other way, and then it'll be a wash trade. But hopefully it will extend out into the close. This rally, we are just now looking at the high of the day again, bouncing off of 50 period a couple times there, took it out there, bounced off of it right there. Now we'll see if we can extend higher into the close for the day, and then we'll just use, like we mentioned there, that imbalance to come through. Wow, Amazon, sometimes getting out of your trade actually winds up saving you a heck of a lot of money. And Amazon, we shorted it, until it took out 101. We got out immediately, and now it's straight up $1. So we're going to regroup. We've really made a lot of money on Amazon. We've actually made tons of money on Amazon the last 2 days because we went short off the sticky note. But today it looks like the other way here as Amazon is looking to go green. Still not green on the day. So this could be a short. It's just, I don't know, into this market, like now you're almost up 2%. Do you really want to go short? I mean, my Tesla got blown out. Doesn't mean it's going to work upside, but the momentum right now is upside, and I think you're fooling yourself, trying to wait out for a short that may or may not print. But for now, I'm going to try to hold this long until 350.
A wise man once said, if abort the short, the long can't be wrong. Now, I don't know who said it, but whoever said it is an absolute genius. But also, I like saying, don't look a gift horse in the mouth. The first curl I see, it's getting close to 350 anyway, so Amazon continuing to make a fresh high. It just got to 107.5. So when I see that, take some profit out. Got to be flat at the end of the day anyways. Taking profit is a thing. Last I checked. C3AI, you know what? Maybe I shouldn't have re-entered this one. It gave me this opportunity right in here off 24s, pop down 10 cents in the money. It's like, should have taken that, because now it looks like it's going to consolidation break up, and maybe getting out of this will be the wisest thing I do. I have my stop here just above 24, not going to give it to that previous high. Let's just try to hold the long into the close, right? Like I'll go for, let's see what Alphabet can do going into the close. It does feel like we're pretty strong. I'll stop out of C3AI and stop fighting it. There we go. I'll slap the fail on that last reentry. I could have taken a win there. I decided not to. I got greedy, and we'll have to stop out for a 15-cent hit. That kind of sucks, but it happens, so we'll deal with it. Bed Bath & Beyond, which last I checked had a Y in it, so there is no
It's
B.
tanking. Did you just see that? Is that why you're calling it
No,
up?
I'm calling it up because it finally did something. So I was complaining that it wasn't doing anything. I'm not even waiting. I'm not waiting for it to break 3. I'm just getting out because there's liquidity at 3. Just hit 3. It's going to break it anyways, and I'm long at 303. So why not just get out on 3 in liquidity? And when it breaks, maybe there's a reversal there. I think I paid for shorts. I might take a scalp trade 99 short if this level breaks.
Yeah,
just for like a quick see what happens right away.
Yeah, I mean, it could just continue to fall down. So there's a big
Paid
level
for it
there.
anyway, so.
We are already short, and there's the move down. So maybe there is an imbalance coming to the sell side here for Bed Bath & Beyond that we just don't know about. So we're going to watch out for that. I am here to take out 30 cents here on Tesla if we can get it. So we are starting to go back up to the upside. I just don't want it to stop at 196. So we're sitting here at 195.96. A little bit of an upside move, 10 more cents, and we will take our 30 cents here on Tesla. Don't tell me you're going to drop out now. Get going, Tesla. A couple more pennies to the upside. Why? See how it's not taking 92 there? So let's offer. That sucks, man. Why didn't you take that? Let's offer 92 this time and see if we can get it. They're 91s, 92s. Go, go, go. There it is. We got it? Yes, we did. So we got a 92 there. So finally, we make a little bit of money back there off that short. That was not right. We go long. We take a, what we're long at, 65, 96. So we take 30, 92. We take 28 cents there on that. I was waiting for 96, which it looks like we just would have got there. But it looked like 92 was refreshing. So we got out. And sometimes, you got to watch out for these levels. Let's see what happens here at 196. I have no more offers here. So, okay, there's a rejection. So that's what we sort of thought might happen. But the pullback was not deep at all. It pulled back like 10 cents there to 196, 195.90. And now it's continuing to push higher right now. So let's just wait to see what's happening to the upside now as Tesla taking out 196, and a congratulations or an awesome whatever to everybody that's long Tesla right now, because this is at $200. Like, did Meta break yet?
Did it break 200?
No, it's at
Get there, baby.
So whoops.
I just want to be right.
So there's Tesla. Yeah, did you say Meta or Tesla?
No, I said Tesla.
Yeah.
And I said it like really fast. And Meta was so stupid strong on that day too.
It's still up in the air.
It is
It's
up in the air.
still $4, and Meta could still go.
It hasn't happened yet, but Tesla feels like it's going to do it.
Tesla, hopefully it does it today.
We had a poll. If you guys are watching, oh, by the way, we do polls all the time. I guess we held on to those Powell gains from the midday poll.
Oh.
That was like 58% thought we would. Well, it's a probably like 99% chance that we'll hold on to the Powell gains and close at the high of the day. I just have Alphabet. I want to let it ride. Trailing stop in at this point because we actually took out 107.50. Try to hold it into the close. Great day for the market. If you want to enjoy yourself on the polls or in the chat, remember, hit the subscribe. It is a subscribers only chat. So answering the polls, talking to us, giving ideas. Thank you guys so much for that LIXT. That's what you got to do. Just hit the subscribe, and then you can take part in it. We're going to hold as the market rallies. Thank you, Jerome. Put that Bobby Womack on.
Yes, sir. Yeah. Okay.
You know the joint.
196. Leanne Womack as well, country singer. 196.70. Yeah, it's okay. What money right now to the upside here? Leanne Womack, but it doesn't matter.
Should I know that?
Nah, it's not a big deal. But there it is, nice little move to the upside right now. We are now $1 in the money on this Tesla trade. So what was a short, or what I thought was a short, turns into a long, and we break it to the upside now. We only have 3 more left right here, 3 more minutes left until the imbalances. So let's see. I still think the high side imbalances are coming through. Let's see if that continues to work it out. We just had a dip buy opportunity in Alibaba. I'm sitting here now at 40 just to get it out. You know, I don't, like, we were close to getting stopped out of Alibaba. We did ride this one all the way down and then all the way back. So good profit taking.
Wow,
we only have 15% or 20% of this trade left, so we were going to get out if it takes 60. It almost did that. Let's get out on the low side and take 50 right now. But here we go, man. The market's trying to break, not trying, the market is breaking higher. $1 in the money on Tesla with only 2 minutes until imbalances. I'm losing my voice, but it's all good. What a great day. I love trading on these days, man. There's Alibaba right there. We got taken out on the bid, spin the money, cancel the trades. Now we're out of Alibaba. Alibaba was actually quite a positive trade for me today off that number.
Yeah, you know, this is one of these days. You got a little bit of everything, and thank you guys in the chat for pointing out Zoom. I don't know if I'll take a trade at 348, but 85, again, double top on Zoom. They had the cuts. I want to say it was 15% of the workforce.
Yep, it was.
15% of the workforce. Double top here, but also last week's high is just around this level. Man, it's spicy to look for a top break. The problem with taking a top break here on an extended move like this is how much time do you have for it to work? Can't hold for the aftermarket and can't hold for a swing as a day trader, which I wish this had happened like 15 minutes ago, because just like Alphabet, I would have taken this top break. But up 10% at 350, the imbalances are about to come out. And the last thing I would want to do is hit the long at 349.30 or 350 even. To me, that's the wrong time to get into a trade. Oh, are you kidding me? I just canceled my stop. I was going to go short Bed Bath & Beyond in the 3 break. Maybe I wouldn't have got the shares. But the second I cancel the stop order because it's getting late in the day, Bed Bath & Beyond through 3, instantly to 290. It's been a rough one for Bed Bath & Beyond, but it finally broke that support. The last support it had at $3. Rough day for that stock.
Yes. I have to find out something because the cancels aren't working on this new version very well.
I'm going to hold off for a day.
I'm going to figure out about that. Okay, so only 20 seconds to go right now. Here, let's just have a quick look one more time as these imbalances are getting ready to lock and loaded up right now. ARCAs, we're going to get rid of that. And here we go, man, with only 10 seconds to go. We don't have to look at this. We have to look at Tesla. I'm going to get out for flat if it does tank here. So let's watch out. 3, 2, and 1. There goes Tesla. Nice move to the upside. We're not even updated yet. Get out of there, ZV. This name is still there. Apple's 1.4 million. They should have got rid of that because that's not a real stock.
Stupid.
That's stupid. Amazon with a bid as well. Look at Amazon running. Look at Tesla running. Everything's starting to go, man. Meta's also a buy. All the big names are a buy. Our boy Palantir also a buy right there. But it's Apple right now going to the upside, starting to go with everything. There's Tesla. We are back in the spot right now. Good trade here for me on Tesla, man. Thankfully, we reversed it into the long, as there it goes right up to 197.
For a second there, in my head, 187, I was going to say something. But I saw somebody say Uber, and it didn't click in my head, that 34 level on Uber. Powell break. Powell support at 34. That was that monster level we were looking to clear the other day. And now you're up at 35 even. That had an imbalance, but a lot of things had imbalances. I got a trailing stop on Google. It just keeps on moving up and up. You're now through that high at 107.80, but it just tagged 108. and started to slow down a bit. I'm going to go away from my 15-minute for a second. So if it doesn't get through 108, it's probably going to pull back. I have the 3/4 as my out. So if it gets beneath 75, I'm out. If it's 4 o'clock, I'm out. And otherwise, we're going to see how far it can go. Every time it breaks a new level, I'll just keep adjusting that stop. I could put like a stop for 25 cents, but I like doing it manually. Checks Bed Bath & Beyond, still flushing.
Yes,
that
sir.
stock can't seem to catch a bid here. Let's let it ride here and see how far they go. But great call out. I didn't catch who it was about Uber. Great look, monster level on the dip.
They're reporting, aren't they?
Tomorrow morning.
Tomorrow morning, okay.
Tomorrow morning they report, but look at where it dipped to. Like broke out clean, 33.90 into that 34 area, and then on the dip, 34 to 33.90, reload right to the high at 35. That's as clean as it gets, man. Like sometimes you find the easier trade. Find the lowest hanging fruit if you can. I'm not going to pretend that I saw it. Someone else in the chat's caught that one. So congratulations there. Someone asking, where Neil, Valhalla, where do you decide to put your trailing stops? When you take out a significant level. Like to me, that's a decision-making point. When it got through that 107.80, which was last week's high, my daily's not working for Google, but this high right here. When you pump through there and we got to 8s, okay, my trailing stop's just underneath that level. You know, until then, it's like, okay, well, you can have break even, you can have a round number like a 107. You could set a trailing stop that just says if it ever pulls back 30 cents from any price, you can just put that trail in there. I just like it once it clears out a significant level, then I put the trail on. We have 7 minutes to go. We'll see how far this one wants to ride.
Tesla just went $1.90 in the money up there and touched the high of, well, I guess, yeah, the high of the day. Basically broke it. It broke 197.20 there, guys. It went up to I saw $1.90 in my P&L there. So 197.40, yeah, is where it went to. We're long on that 50 break. So yeah, great trade rate there. Yeah, so there's my long at 50. Yeah, and there's where it was. So it was $1.90 in the money as it took it out. Now it's coming right back in. So what was a 50-cent hit right there, now going 3-1, 4-1 on an upside move. I don't really want to get out, but I don't know where this move stops. So
4 o'clock?
Maybe 4 o'clock, but we do have that reversal that happens at 3:55. So I'm a little bit nervous about that.
Keep the locator
Bed
up.
Bath & Beyond did tank down. We missed that 87 wick. I'm sitting here 91, sorry. Don't know if we'll get that, but Bed Bath & Beyond really just still short from up here. $1, like we're $1 in the money on a $3 name. So, I mean, that's pretty good. Well, actually, we're 80 cents in the money. Check that. All right, I don't know, man. I'm pretty happy with this trade here on Tesla. I have an out at 196.80 right there, which is right where that drop is right here. So I'm just making sure 196.80. Yeah, so that's where we're going to get out. If we do get out there, it will be $1.20 of a victory there. But yeah, we'll do a victory lap.
I think these got bigger, by the way.
Yeah,
some
Apple,
of these
Amazon,
bids are getting
Mullen.
a little bigger.
What's Mullen's price? 41 right now, so not much on
good for
that.
them.
Intel's there, AMD's
Marvell
there.
is actually an imbalance. That's not usually.
Yeah, we haven't seen that stock report yet, I don't think, but that's should have as a chip name. I don't know. We might have missed Marvell,
Yeah.
but it's right there. 47. That seems cheap for them. Where is Marvell here on a daily chart?
I wanna-
Yeah. So there was 57. Yeah, I thought 47 seemed to be pretty low, but still right at the 200 period. Yeah. There. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, this name's been beat up and really hasn't gone back upside yet. So this could be a good name to look at, Marvell. I'm not in any of those names. The only chip names I own are all the 3 big ones. Intel, big ones or not. Intel, NVIDIA, and AMD.
I swung this one a couple of times. That's why it's interesting if it was down. My daily's not really working. So I'm just going to do that. I was just looking at Marvell to see where it is because that's a name that I swung before. I just got trailed out of Google at 108 there. Yeah, you know what? This probably... Yeah, it's not at a key level. I just thought there was something interesting happening on Marvell. Alphabet got through 108. That's still a daily chart. You guys don't want to see that. Let's go over this way. Got to 108, broke, got to 20s. I moved the trail up to the even. So like I was saying, key price level 107.80. It was there before. You broke the even, moved another quarter. I just kept trailing it. Part of the reason why aggressively trailing it, it was 355. As Sean mentioned, you get some imbalances pairing off at that time. And all of those big cap tech names, like Intel's still there for 400,000, but who cares? $29 stock. They're not there anymore. Apple's down to actually a sell now at 300,000.
Yeah,
so Apple flipped to a sell. That's another reason to have trails. You know at 355 you can get that curl. I'm not saying you go short on that reversal because quite frankly, by the time I realized they'd flip to sells, you're already gone too far down. That's a trade for the algorithms, but you can have a stop so that when it happens, you're taking your profit. My mistake today, paper hands on the initial long on Alphabet. Paper hands there. You can get back in on the break, but you know, should have still had that 106.5. That was the money fill that we got in the consolidation. I just wasn't aggressive enough holding on to it. What a barn burner this day has ended up being. 2% to the upside for now. If you enjoy it, take a second, hit the like, hit the subscribe, and don't forget, it's only Tuesday. This week is going to be awesome.
Yeah, like every week.
Tuesday,
this has just been. It's Tuesday, yeah. This has been an absolutely banger of a week, a banger of a show, banger of a Powell again. Come on, Powell, just come tomorrow again. Like, let's just
every day,
every single day, come at about whatever time you want. Let us know when you're good to go, and I'll be here to trade. So I'm here every day, anyways. But there we go. Tesla does come out for $1.20 on that one, so we'll just drop some money down. It's not like a big trade because we did give some back. We could have had 80 cents or 70 cents higher than we did have. But again, you know, not crying over spilled milk. A good trade's a good trade for me. And we did make some of that back on that loss. Obviously, 50 cents worth of a hit to take it all the way to the upside there. So good trade there on Tesla. Just make sure that when you're doing this kind of stuff, that you share size properly. Like, you don't want to have 1,000 shares here and then 100 here, because then when you're right on the way up, you're never going to make back what you lost. And that's part of not my problem, but that's part of what I've had to deal with. It is a problem. What I had to deal with sometimes when I get stopped out and then you punch back. This was different because we got stopped out, but it was very controlled. It's more like when you have these whips, like going back and forth, like stock is just nuts. That's when you have a hard time reversing. Tesla was pretty calm down. We actually took 2 fills there to get that trade. So all is well with that. As we get ready to rock and roll here into the close, it's only 2 minutes left and it's earning board time. So let's go over and see what this board looks like.
Yeah, busy one to show you once again this afternoon, guys. Not really a lot tonight, but before the open tomorrow, maybe some tradable opportunities coming as far as earnings.
Can't check if it wasn't settings.
So we talked about Uber there being tomorrow morning. CVS is interesting for the markets. It's not that interesting for a day trade. And I did forget N phase is a mover. It's probably a little expensive for some people to trade.
Yeah.
But that stock, that's going to move. It pretty much always moves. And Under Armour, just because we've seen some of these like retail names be interesting, so I'd throw that one in there. But to me, Uber is the most interesting one. But let's think about big tech names, AI names, the Teslas of the world, like Tesla's big tech, and Nvidia and the chips. You know where your bread is buttered, and you want to stick around there. But hey, Pinterest was great today because of earnings. I think Uber falls into that bucket as well. I don't want to make a call on it, but it has been very strong. Like, Uber is a good-looking chart. My daily's not working on that. It's a little frustrating. Uber's a good-looking chart, so I'd rather it actually hold up above 34 because I love that level.
All right, I've also told Pratt, no smile, no bell. So if he's not going to smile, we need someone else on the bell. So we're going to get ready to rock and roll. It looks like
he said smile.
Ooh, we got the mask on here. Okay,
he said smile.
Now we can't see if there's a smile happening right now. So shout out to Rob. Thanks for hooking it up. Rob and Mark have been doing a great job on the bell and hooking
smile.
This up with the green screen right now. All right, here we go. With only 10 seconds left, we are getting ready to rock and roll, man. What a great day it's been. There's Rob right here.
There it is. He just dropped the heart.
6.
Do it again.
4, 3, 2, 1. Justin Bieber. That's right. Rob got somewhere to go right there. He's ready to rock. Notice I switched over to white.
He's gone.
Right there. Yeah, he's gone. Got his jacket on there. Thanks, Rob, for sticking back.
Oh, matching
to
the
ring
shirt.
the bell. Well, because I have 2 of these, right? One is a cap for black.
How come
and
you
one.
get 2?
They came with the mics, man.
No, it's almost like what I only get a black one. I don't get. What if I'm wearing a white shirt? I'm just saying.
Yeah. You have to switch it yourself.
It's like that.
I only did this because I ripped off the black. Should have switched to the white.
How
from
do you
the
break
beginning.
it?
No, I didn't break it. Remember, anyways, this was leaning. This is a floppy shirt.
If you don't use this, I'm going to steal it, just so you know.
No, this was a gift, man.
It's delicious.
Saffron stick.
Okay, well, if it's still there in a week.
Which it will be.
I got a sweet tooth. I'm just saying.
I'm going to poison it. Yo, what's up, Fod? You're looking really good there, man. Really good.
Shake the hair a little bit.
Let's see those pecs and biceps, all that. Oh, wow.
Oh, hot damn.
Wow, damn. that 3XL sweater can't hide from this man.
Why are you
Reggie,
wearing
come on,
socks and slippers, bro?
What do you mean? What's wrong with that?
You don't. You know what? He just said, "What's wrong with that?"
Showing my toes up?
No, do not. If you pull your toes out in the office, no.
Fod, if you wear, honestly, if I see your bare feet, there's going to be a problem.
No, we're not.
So let's.
I don't care. I don't care what your feet look like. If I
It's not
see
a
your feet
comment
in
on
the
your
office,
pedicures, bro.
Fahad,
Care of my feet.
I'm not saying you don't take care of your feet. You don't want to see
do
those
not
things.
show your feet in the office, bro.
I'm coming. I'm wearing nothing.
Yo, socks and you're wearing nothing. That should be fun. All right, stay tuned tomorrow when you'll see Fahad. Apparently, as we get our ratings jacked down a little bit right here.
We're gonna get canceled if he shows his
from
feet.
that. But all right,
We'll cancel us ourselves.
Brendan. I mean, Brendan, for all we know, could be in slippers as well. But the thing is, it's not just slippers; it's socks and sandals.
Socks and sandals. That's what I meant. Socks
and it's so it's only like -2 out or something. All right, let's go over to Brendo at the big desk and find out how these markets fared on Jerome Powell's birthday.
I want to unplug anything, but no sandals. Yeah, wow, what a day. Wild day, guys. 1.29 for the S&P. Wait for it. There it is. 1.29 for the S&P, 0.8 for the Dow. The Russell, nicely positive at the end of the day. NASDAQ 100, 2% for both, guys, pretty much. What a day.
You better believe it's a great day. Thank you to we said Powell might move the markets. I didn't necessarily think it would be that much top to bottom. I thought maybe like one move, but thank you, Papa Powell. We will not be seeing Fahad's feet tomorrow. I'm gonna promise you guys that. So I don't want you guys not tuning in tomorrow, afraid to see Fahad's feet or anything like that.
Fahad right now is set. Fahad setting up his OnlyFans right now with feet pictures only. So
do you?
If you guys want to do that,
No judgment at all.
We'll
no
tweet out
judgment
his
at all.
OnlyFans page tomorrow. All right, it's 4:03. You guys are going to get flipped over to the Bed Bath & Beyond trade of the day. It was a good one. We just covered now, so you'll be able to find that out. And pay attention to the State of the Union. That should be a lot of fun for various reasons. And it's going to be a great day tomorrow. And by the way, I don't know if it was Jerome Powell's birthday or not.
I'm not
so
sure.
I have no idea if it was his birthday. Probably not. As I just randomly said it, so that would be a pretty fluke if it was.
Could you imagine?
But all right, Brendan, thanks a lot for today. Obviously, it was a great day. We got to wrap this thing up. Thank you for joining us. Like I said, fantastic midday
His
show.
birthday was a few days ago.
Was it?
It's February 4th. Jay Powell, February 4th. Happy belated, Jerome Powell.
Yeah. And 53, so let's do the math. 70?
Oh,
53, 23, 70.
No,
Wow,
that's
70th birthday
hilarious.
for Jerome Powell. He gave NASDAQ a nice long today, so happy birthday to that. I hope his friends gave him shares in the queues. But okay, let's go. We'll wrap this thing up. Thank you for joining. Stick out for the trade of the day. We're going to find that tomorrow. Neil, myself, and Brendan will all be back. Thanks, Brad. Thanks, Mark. Thanks, Rob. Thanks, Fahad, Sharif, and Luca coming through as well. Thanks, everybody behind us as well, Brancos and Greg. Look, we're back tomorrow. The market's going to be wild again. The NASDAQ only went up 2%, so get ready for another one tomorrow. I think we go higher. Let's see. Tomorrow's a new one. Lots of earnings, Neil. So be safe, be well, and we'll talk to everyone tomorrow. Ciao.